welcome to another Escapement Show. Glad you're all with us. It's been another busy week for everyone, and Ben, it's been a busy week for you, hasn't it? You're on a bit of a downer, a bit of withdrawal, aren't you?
Yeah, bit of a downer.
Tell us about it. You're rolling with it. You got to roll with it. You got to say.
Oasis soup. Why is it called Oasis soup? You gotta roll with it. Yeah,
you put your hands behind your back. You gotta roll with
it. Yeah, post Oasis stress disorder, I think they're calling it.
So, if anyone you probably don't know, but Ben went to see Oasis last week, and it was that he was on a high. He's been on a high ever since, and since last week, he's been on a come down, haven't he, Ben?
Yeah, well, I guess like when I was 14, 15, that was 94, 95 when they were at their heights. So, like, don't mind telling you, like, I used to pretend to be Liam Gallagher in the bedroom, singing all those songs, Champagne Supernova, Acquiesce, you know. We all played the guitar, all my friends in school. It was just the thing, you know, the Stone Roses, the Verve, Oasis, like
Primal Scream, Charlatans,
Primal Scream,
Spiral Carpets,
Suede,
they
were just such a massive part of our lives when we were. And then, you know, I always thought that when you get to your 20s or your mid-20s, your kind of musical tastes don't really evolve. You're kind of stuck in the past of whatever you listen to up until that point. So going to Croke Park, there's tons of clips. There's tons of clips of the Oasis gigs all over the place, but it's like literally being transported back to 95. You know, a much more innocent time when you're just a teenager and you haven't lived the life and you haven't dealt with all the ups and downs of life. It's just and everybody was in the same place. It seemed there was no messing. There's like a typical Oasis crowd. You hear stories like. But we're all a bit older now. We all paid €400 plus per ticket, so that probably filtered out some of the riff-raff. No offense. But so it was just a
really happy vibe, a really happy.
Yeah. And then Richard Ashcroft was unbelievable.
Oh, I would have paid the money just to see Richard Ashcroft. Never mind Oasis. I would have paid.
He's the ultimate vibe merchant. Like he just brings the vibes. Like unbelievable. Aura farming, I think the kids call it.
Because if you wanna know, then just let me know. Show and I'll sing your ear again.
I thought you wanted subscribers. You're trying to fucking scare people off, dude.
Because the drugs don't work. They just make you worse. But I know I'll see you.
It was actually Sonic.
Oh, nice. Good.
It was one of the. What a.
I told you doing this is bad luck, didn't I? Before the show, huh? You want to do this?
Because baby, when heaven calls,
how just you doing? How you going?
Just like you said, you lead my life. I'm better off dead. But if you wanna know, then just let me show, and I'll sing your ear again.
Who was drinking the whiskey beforehand? That's what I want to know.
Yeah,
me. And you know, it's a funny thing. He's doing all the fucking singing, but I'm the one that was drinking the whiskey.
Richard Ashcroft. You know, he actually wrote that song because his dad was a drug addict, and so all the lyrics are about. Is saying his dad, the drugs don't work because his dad, they just make his dad worse.
Yeah,
you know. Yeah. But he knows he'll see his face again when he's clean, when he's so it's an outpouring of love for his dad. Yeah.
It was actually, you know, the song Sonnet. It was at that moment.
Hey, there's love where you want it. Don't shine like a sun, my love. Hey, there's love where you want it. Don't shine like a sun.
Looks like Tom, you want to be in the party really bad.
My love. Hey, my love. my man and me.
Fucking world flipped on its head because like people were still streaming in to Croke Park. It's a huge, like it's the biggest stadium in Ireland. You mostly use for GAA, which is hurling and Gaelic football and gigs. But people were still streaming in. In fact, I think some of the crowd and stewarding was pretty poor. It got some criticism. So at Sonnet, the stadium still wasn't quite full, and I was like conscious of people behind me, although it's at quite an incline. We were in the stands, so it's at such a diagonal that it doesn't really matter where you're sitting, everybody can see. But like at that point, it was just the shackles were off for Ben. Like it was fucking hands behind the back, giving it loads for Sonnet. That was the start of everything. It all kicked off from there.
Yeah, amazing.
So yeah, very cool. Not everybody's thing, but you know, I suppose not even my thing probably anymore. I think my musical tastes are probably evolved past Oasis, but
sure.
But it's just bringing you back to a point in time, I guess.
So you've been a bit depressed since the your life hasn't elevated back up to.
Well, trying to go back to the fucking mundanity of the everyday work,
especially ever since that
fucking nightmare. Like I can categorically say to the public and any guards that are watching, I don't do drugs, but I imagine that gig was like taking 15 bags of cocaine or something because they're fucking high. And I knew as I was there, like I knew, you know, what goes up, what must come down. I'm gonna feel this next week.
Fucking down, it's gonna be there. No.
Yeah. So here, anyway, I feel a lot better. I feel a lot better today. It's good to be on the stream.
I don't because I just did a whiskey tasting thing today. So yeah, talking about
timely. How was it?
Did you have any?
Good?
Yeah, tell us about what you had.
Tell us about it. Yeah, what was the best dram? What was the best dram?
It was an American. Hang on. All right. It was an American whiskey thing. So it was bourbon and rye, basically. The two better ones that I had. So I had one called Westwood Whiskey, and another one was Green River. So they're the bourbons. I tried a whole bunch of other stuff, but these were the smoother stuff, yeah, with a better flavor profile. A lot of the shit just fucking burns. I'm used to like a really well-made scotch where, you know, there's fuck all burn. It's all about flavor and warmth and, you know. And then I go into this whiskey tasting and everything was just lighting me up. It was fucking hot stuff. But no, it was really good. So these had the ones I was just talking about, they're ones that, you know, you have a bit of a taste and the flavor changes. You know, there's complexity behind it. So there's a lot of changing and so it was really nice. And then they have their just, you know, stock standard basic shit where it's like what you're tasting initially is what it's going to taste like the whole way through. There was a lot of, I was watching as well, sitting back with a mate and because he goes, oh, what do you want to try? So just, let's watch. And when you see people, they're there, a lot of people tasting and then dumping, like, yeah, we won't go to that one. Yeah. Otherwise, you just, by the end of it, you've tasted like 60 bourbons and they all taste the same. So,
is this all Australian microbreweries, Dan?
Well, this was a bit of everything. So there's some stuff from America, there was some stuff from Australia, but it was all an American style bourbon and American styled rye.
Okay.
So they had some international people there as well, and they had some Australian stuff as well. So this was at Circular Quay, over at the wharf there. I forgot the departure or whatever bullshit is there. They've got like a little convention area. So we were in there. They set it up really nice, and it was a good day. Just now is from that. So
yeah. Well, it's the same day, the same day grogginess. Yeah, that's.
Yeah, right.
You just have to keep going timely, like you need to.
Well, that's the thing too. Well, there was this. What? Yeah, see, there was this one show that that man and I did with a gentleman who's passed now, Sirocco, and we got pretty fucking into it. And Sirocco is a big drinker, and for him to turn around and say to me, how much I was drinking and how I was still to say that he was impressed. So I can hold my alcohol. It's pretty good. But yeah, now it's just after all the tasting and it's a bit much now. So it's rehydrate.
Yeah, rest in peace to Rocco and his Stellas. Yeah,
God
bless
bless
him. Yeah, absolutely.
So that was my day.
Any more else? Any other stories to tell, guys, before we do a wristwatch check?
Oh, Bagsy being last on wristwatch check.
Yeah, okay.
Wrist check.
I think you've got Oasis booked, haven't you, JCB?
I do, yeah. November the 4th, I think it is. Yeah,
I'm
can't
so
wait, man.
jealous. I'm
Yeah,
so
it's
jealous.
gonna be awesome. And
Can you just fucking see him?
I want to do it all again. Yeah.
Yeah. My wife's never been to a mosh pit or been in the standing area, so I was like, we're getting
That'll be
standing
experience.
tickets this time, so we're gonna be down in the. I'm gonna try and get as close to the front as we can, so it should be pretty cool, man.
How do you think do you know? Have you seen any clips of the Poznan that they do?
Of the what?
They call it the Poznan.
The Poznan. What the fuck is that? No.
I don't
Poznan.
know.
Poznan, but I think that's how you pronounce it anyway.
Okay.
But it comes from the Man City fans, right? So they turn their backs to the pitch and they put their arms around each other and then they jump up and down. If you look up clips, just YouTube Oasis Poznan. I'm just wondering how that's going to because in Ireland he was like, I never fucking ask you to do anything, right? I never ask you to do the river dance or the hokey cokey, but just turn around, put your arms out, and give it loads. I wonder how that's going to translate for the Australian and the American audience.
Can you imagine telling the Aussies to do a fucking river dance?
Yeah, no. Well, you could tell. Like, I was like, "What the hell is Poznan?" Like, if Liam was saying that to Melbourne, everyone would be looking at each other, going, "What's this guy on about?"
So, can I just say one more thing about the gig before we leave it? It really was like harken back to the 90s because people did put their phones away, and obviously there's a load of recordings,
Really?
one or two, but like people put their phones away and just got into
God
the
bless
moment.
it.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, that's the way to do
Live
it,
for the
man.
moment.
The
Yeah.
whole thing about having your phone out and stuff now, like, it's just a joke. You got to be there and just enjoy it, 100%.
Yeah, definitely.
So you've got an awful lot to look forward to, JCB.
Yeah, cheers, man. Yeah, no, link. But I was actually trying to get tickets for London because I was gonna fly. I was gonna grab my missus and fly over, and because you want to be, because they're from the UK. They're from England, right?
Yeah,
From Manchester.
yeah.
The big shows were were Wembley, London. Those big arenas in the
Heaton
UK.
Park. Yeah.
Like
Jesus.
that would have been to be there would have been awesome. So we were trying to get. I was trying for a couple of days to try and get tickets, but it didn't work out. I think they were trying to give them to the locals and people in that area.
Sure.
But still, heaps of international people got tickets to the UK. There was a lot of people that flew in for the concert.
Yeah,
so
Dublin was the same. The people in front of us were actually Guatemalan, and there was a lot of Spanish, UK, Americans. A lot of Americans made their way over.
Yeah, right.
It's the nature of the global. It's the global nature of Ticketmaster. It's like everybody's buying tickets for everywhere. But Jesus, JCB, if you're ever coming over to the UK, like I'll fly over and meet you. We'll get Tom down and.
100%.
Yeah,
man.
absolutely.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Well, one of the reasons I would have another reason was to come and meet all you guys and my good friend ID guy who's over in Scotland.
It's like €100 return. It's just a little hop. From
I'm like $150 fucking return. When are you coming up here then? Cheap prick.
No, I'm coming over, man, for sure. Yeah, but definitely the next couple of years I'll be leaving the kids with the grandparents for a couple of weeks and come over with the missus, I reckon, and
definitely
do it. Summertime in the UK would be awesome for sure.
Okay, so Liam Gallagher, start us off on the wristwatch check.
Just Seiko, Grand Seiko, 9F quartz.
I love it. This is just Grand Seiko.
Yeah, but it's the cheap one. It's the Timu one. But it actually is a beautiful watch, timely. Like,
really nice.
You can't see it there, but like the faceting on the indices, blah, blah, blah. all that stuff, faceting on the hands.
Ninjutsu polishing, the whole lot. We get it.
Yeah, yeah.
Ninjutsu polishing.
Yeah, ninjutsu.
So that's-
Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, and on the flanks, as we like to say. So yeah, very
Lovely.
cool. Most
We
impressive
do
thing is,
say we do give like GS a bit of shit about stuff like that, but I mean, when you go into a shop and you have a look at them, there's something else. I'll be honest with you. I was
absolutely.
pleasantly surprised when I walked into a GS boutique. So
Yeah.
there's just no finishing like it. Actually, what lets them down is probably the bracelets. Like, because I find it hard to get. It's either like I'm either getting the fucking imprint of the line on the back of my wrist, or the whole watch is like shifting around my wrist. Just find it hard to get sized 100% properly. But they've improved that, I think, in the recent releases, because they have a micro adjust on the clasp now.
there's only one thing about GS that I can't do it, right? And it's the font they use for the G and the S. It looks like the same font they use in Where Eagles Dare. You know, all the writing at the beginning when they're putting people's names. It's an old war movie, JCB, with fucking Clint Eastwood and Richard Burton. For fuck's sake. He's looking like fucking talking about what? Huh? It's an old movie, man. Relax.
Even if I saw the movie, do you think I would remember the fucking font that they had on there?
Oh, in every German World War II movie, the fucking thing's the same. It's just,
and that's why Timely is a watchmaker. It's that attention to detail.
I just play with watches. Anyway, move along.
So Noel Gallagher, JCB, let's see your wristwatch check.
No, I'm not today. Just rocking the bright
Transocean, I love it.
Yeah, Transocean, man. Love just man, I just love these panda. This is a reverse panda. I love reverse panda watches. I just fucking love these things, man. They're just so cool.
Why would they call them an Irish panda then?
Irish panda. Can't try to
Irish panda.
Beautiful.
No insult intended there, but in this country, everything that's sort of backwards, they call it Irish. So.
Apple. Next up.
I'll grab my coat.
I have the Tissot Cedral S in forged carbon. Really nice daily beater watch. I have it on the
really
black
nice.
side.
It's cool.
It's black on black.
Your background's eating it, but it's nice.
Yeah, it's.
I like different materials. It's good. We're going to be talking about different materials today. So carbon's a really good one. I like. So I'm wearing. This is a record. It's not a record. It's a record. It's one of the Dirty Dozen style watches, and it was produced in British. It's a Ghana Army issue one. Produced during the British rule around Ghana's 957 independence. 37.5 mil. It's chrome topped brass. You can see a lot of the chrome coming off. Using a caliber 022R, which I think is a Longines based caliber. And only 75 are known in circulation from the 1500 that were made, as compared to the 1500 Ghana army issue ones, as compared to the 25,000 Dirty Dozen issued ones. So it's exactly the same as the record Dirty Dozen one, but just issued a bit later on to the Ghana army. Got the broad arrow hands and not broad arrow, but sword hands.
Sword hands, yeah.
Yeah,
very cool.
It's very cool.
Yeah, so that's fairly new one to me.
Yeah,
That's
I love
really
the field
cool,
aesthetic. The numerals and everything, Tom, look in great condition on that.
Yeah,
They look really nice. The handset, it's very similar. It looks to like I've got a Benrus 3065.
Oh yeah.
It's the hands, they're sword hands, but they sort of like they go out more, like if that makes sense. They're not dead straight. They taper on the out. Looks pretty cool.
Yeah, Benrus are cool.
So Timely, you
all right,
You're
Oh,
next.
I'll go through. I've got a couple of pieces here. So first one, this is what I'm wearing at the moment. So it's a 1959 Tudor Oyster. So blued secondhand crosshairs. This is
That's beautiful.
the first,
Yeah, that is beautiful.
I guess the first generation of what we would call an oyster case. Yeah. So
It's
before
hard.
this, they made them in the like the bubble back kind of a thing. So I managed to source an original bracelet. I restored the bracelet so that it would go well. Hang on, let me turn this shit off here.
The
There you go.
bracelet is really cool.
Yeah, so this is the bracelet that it would have came on. So I did do some size reducing of the links, like shrinking, because there was bigger gaps than there are now. But
Okay.
I'm not a fucking master bracelet, but I did pretty good considering, and refinished it as well. So it's glistening now. It's got the right brush, and I took out all the
Did you
bigger
do
scratches.
the refinishing, the brushing?
Yeah, yeah. I
How'd
did
you
all the
do that?
brushing.
So,
So
have you got a
with
lathe or whatever?
no, I did it by hand. So with a Scotch pad
Right. Yeah.
on a bench with a piece of wood up against it, and that was then glued down to the pad, and then the bracelet completely taken off, put on it, and then dragged in the direction constantly, like for
Oh, so you
forever.
uh,
And
drag
then
Right.
and then over the top of it after that, because you get the brushing in, then you have to give it that satin look. So then it's using a polished hand by hand with a cloth, and just taking some of the harsher finishing off, so that you get that nice
Right.
clean
Excellent
back
job.
to it.
Really,
Yeah,
really
thank you. So then it matches with the case now. It blends in with the case. But yeah, it's 1959. So that's what I got. That's what I'm wearing at the moment. So it's a 34. And this is a kind of I guess a rarer dial. They did a big rose and a small rose in this, the crosshairs and all that with these indexes. And then the other one I got, this is what you guys wanted to see. So I bought this week, and don't hate me, guys.
It's awesome.
Squally.
So I got myself a squale. So I wanted, I was telling the guys before the show started, I wanted something with a bit of Italian history, I guess, to it. I've tried on a million PMs, and everyone's going to say, why don't you get a fucking PM? They're just too big. I've tried them. I can't do them, right? I've tried every single case, shape, size, all that shit. I couldn't do it. So anyway, so I ended up doing a bit of research, and these guys made watches for the Italian Navy divers, paratroopers, etc. So I thought, you know what? Let's give it a go. In spite of our dinosaur playing fucking friend on YouTube, I thought I'd give it a go anyway. So you go. So I bought one, right? So box papers, I got it cheap as F. And yeah, go.
That's the 1521, isn't it?
This is the 1521. So this is their case, not a homage, not a bullshit thing.
So it's, that's their biggest seller. That's their biggest seller.
Yeah, well, this is their original one as well, like their original design, I guess. So
yeah,
it's got an 88.
For the price you paid, really, it's an excellent watch. To be honest.
I got this dirt cheap box papers, $500, $550, I think it was, something like that.
That's amazing.
Amazing, yeah.
So this one's the newer one. So this has the SW200 in it. The old ones had the 2824. Same shit.
Right.
I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
I've worked on both. Same thing.
But they made cases for Blancpain, didn't they? They're a case maker originally, aren't they?
Blancpain, Doxa, Hoya, and like 60,000 other micro brands.
Yeah. Amazing.
So I thought, you know what? I'll get it, and if I don't like it, I'll fuck it off and make some money on it. But I actually quite like it. It's a really well built watch. You can feel it's quality, and I'm not just doing my TGV bit. It is a quality piece.
It looks heavy.
What I was saying to the guys, it's not a luxury watch. It's a tool watch. You can really I'll be honest with you, it's something I'm happy to wear every day, take to holidays, whatever. And if it gets banged up, whatever, I know it can take the hits. Yeah. And yeah, 500 meters as well on this one, on a pretty not very thick case. So yeah, it's cool. In spite of TGV talking about them in fucking nauseum, that was kind of the thing that deterred me from looking at the brand in the first place. So I guess between that and them making homage Submariners.
We've got some questions. So I haven't said hello to the chat yet, but Mason one says, did you get a talking dinosaur that comes with the squallies?
No, but I do have a Fisher Price Toy Story dinosaur down here. I guess it's Hugo's Fisher Price cousin.
RFC Antwerp says, congratulations, Timely. Great watches. And Trap Vision 3D says, squallies are great watches as well.
They are. I'll be honest with you, and I was surprised at how good it was quality-wise for the price I got it, to be honest. Because around the price, I mean, I know it's second-hand price, but around the price that I got it at, you're not looking at high-quality shit, basically. So, it's good size.
Great stuff.
It's a great watch. Here's my hot take, right? I'm going to get killed for this. I actually like TGV. I think he's okay. He gets much derided, probably because he's so huge. But he was certainly when I was looking for a watch first, my first watch, I was the archetypal entry into watch was an SKX, and it was on the back of his channel. I've watched a lot of his channel, and he provides a service. He identifies watches that are not luxury, that not he accommodates the affordable sector. And he points people in the direction of great affordable watches, not the absolute crap. And his production values are good, and he makes some mistakes. He made a bit of a tit of himself with the whole watch box thing, but aside from that, he's okay.
I'm gonna say this, and this is what I did say before the show kicked off to some of the boys. You were I think late to the party there. So, if you look at what he's actually saying and not how he's saying it, he's pretty good, right? So, as in, his ethics behind it, 3 out, 1 in. When you're buying, I guess get rid of a couple to get another one in, so you're not building up this mass collection of shit that a lot of things that don't get into debt over a watch and how he. If you look at what the guy says, he's okay. It's just how he says it that drives me nuts. That's what it is, right? And to be honest, all of the talk about this particular brand that he does, every fucking second video is a quality video. It really deterred me from buying the watch, for years. And I've been playing with these for about 11 years now. I'm like, And then eventually I got one and thought, you know what? They're actually pretty good, eh?
Oh, yeah.
So, anyway, take that as you will.
Yeah, well, that case, as you said earlier, that case is uniquely squally. That's their baby. It looks great.
The only thing I can see that looks close to this, and I mean, this was their design from back in the day, is the Seiko with the 4 o'clock crown, right? Would be, I guess, as similar as you're going to get to it. So, right? But the case itself, on this side of it's round. Yes, on the non-crown side is round.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you go to the other side, it actually has a couple of angles.
Oh, I see them.
So the crown's really tucked in, and those angles are there as kind of like a crown guard to some degree. So that if you look at it from there, the crown is actually, when I can get it in the right spot, it's almost flush with the lugs on the other side, down here.
Yeah.
So it's actually pretty well protected. It's a smart design.
It's excellent.
It's their own. Would I go and buy a Squale that looks like a sub? No, I have no interest in it whatsoever, because to me it's like almost a rip-off of the sub.
Yeah.
But this is their own unique design and their own unique thing, and I applaud them for it. It's pretty good.
Yeah, and I have to say, I met TGV in person in Hanhart release, and he was really nice, to be honest, to everybody. He talked to everybody. I didn't watch his videos that much before, but to be honest, he was so friendly to everyone, talkative, took pictures with everybody. Didn't feel any kind of anonymous, bad vibes from him, to be honest, when I met him in person.
Yeah.
Oh, good on him. That's good.
just say hello to a few of the chat. We've got Russell996 says have a good show. He's out on his new Norton motorbike. He's just bought a new Norton motorbike, Russell. So he's missing the show, and he's going out for a speed out on his new Norton. So lucky Russell. We got Mason 1. Good to see you, Mason. He's wearing his Moser Pioneer Mad Swiss Red on non-Damascus.
Oh, I love that watch.
Kevin Hawthorne, good to see you from Lakeland, Florida. We've got Herbinator in the house. Let's get his pie started. Happy Saturday, lads. Thank you very much, Herbinator. Rohia, great to see you from the Netherlands. Very nice. We've got Phoenician Cedar. Good to see you, Phoenician. If I can click on your
Top bloke. I've actually I've met Phoenician Cedar before as well. So met him a couple of times, and I actually did the service on his grandfather's watch for him as well. So
all right, good to see you, Phoenician.
Good guy, man.
Yeah,
Skylar Santana, yeah. If you want to drop the links to your channel, Skylar, please do so and spread the word. We got Tubbs McDonaldski here. I got to try on the Land Dweller 42 Rose Gold, the Seattle Rolex AD. It's absolutely stunning. Thin case, high beat. Display case back makes a Jubilee President bracelet seem outdated. I'm not quite with you on that, Tubbs. I saw it at Watches and Wonders. The Rose Gold was the nicest of the lot, but I prefer the normal Datejust Jubilee, to be honest with you. But each to their own. If we all have the same opinions.
The Land Dweller is growing on me, but the name Land Dweller, it sounds like a fucking window licker's name. Like, seriously.
Yeah. Yeah.
It looks good. It's a fucking stupid name.
Crab Vision, good to see you. Top of the morning. Good to see you. One you see it. Hi guys.
Hey guys. Hey man. Hey man.
RMC Antwerp. Good to see you. That's from Antwerp. Is that Belgium? Yeah.
Belgium, yeah.
Yeah. Good to see you. Thank you for voting. Junie Johnson. Hello from Michigan.
Hey JJ.
Good to see you, JJ. And that's everyone in the house. So, Damascus steel in watches. Damascus, the capital of Syria, is considered one of the oldest continuously inhabited cities in the world, and was inhabited as early as 8,000 to 10,000 BC. Known as the City of Jasmine, it's known for its historical sites and the significant religious center in Islam. Damascus steel actually has a history rooted in ancient India and the Middle East, although it was traded and crafted in Damascus. The origins of the technique are believed to predate this and lie in production of Woots steel in India, which was prized for its unique properties and exported to various regions, including Damascus, where it was further developed and used in weapons manufacturing, as Damascus became a prominent center for forging weapons, leading to the name Damascus steel. So it's not origins of the metal aren't actually from Damascus. It's because it was used a lot there. So Damascus steel is one of the most famous types of steel, as we know, and for the rippled pan it has, which is created by the layering and hammering of the metal when forging. And although it's a niche material to see on watches, it's used over the past few years. It's blossomed, and brands have been embraced in the metal. Historically, it was produced using a high carbon composition, which is what results in the interweaving of light and dark layers. And that creates a strong sharp-proof metal that can be sharpened to resist an edge, which is why it's very popular in the knife making world. A lot of people will know it from knife making. People in the knife community.
Tom,
And
I have
you got Damascus knife. You got one.
Yeah, that's the one I was trying to show. Yeah, that's a teardrop Damascus knife. So basically, the idea of the patterns of the Damascus knife makers or like metal, they put different patterns by creating different techniques. This one is called teardrop. Basically, they drilled holes in the metal after they fold it, and then you have this like raindrop effect on the metal. And you can see here the layers. The more the layers, the harder the work, the better the knife, and of course the more expensive it is. So basically, that's how a Damascus steel knife would look like. You have different shapes, different patterns, like I said. This is my favorite one, another one called ladder, where they have to twist the steel together. And the best thing about metal is every knife is different. So every batch you make of metal will have a different look. Exactly, a unique look to it. So
yeah,
pretty cool, man.
So yeah, it's very popular in the knife making world, and it's created by layering different alloys to create the same effect. Some brands are even experimenting with different metals now, rather than steel, to get the same look, such as Damascus titanium, which has become known as Timascus. And
didn't know that.
So I'm having trouble. Let me share this.
You're having trouble. I'm trying to get over a hangover here, and you're having trouble.
That brand Zelos uses that TI Damascus a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, they do crazy colors with it as well. It looks dope.
Doesn't Hacko also do Damascus?
Yeah, I think he does too. Yeah.
Zin as well does Damascus steel that I know of.
Yeah, I like the Zin one.
Yeah.
This is.
I'll be honest with you. I don't really know too much about it. I know a little bit about like how a Japanese sword's made, I guess. And I know it's not Damascus, but it's like the layering process, because they do the same sort of thing. So I understand the metalwork involved with it. But yeah, no, that's cool. I like the teardrop look on that one as well. That looked really nice. Like,
yeah, there was a great presentation down at the International Festival of Time in Waterford from Patrick Sjorgen of Goss Watches, and he works with Damascus a lot. And as you say, Timely, it's just the metalwork that's evolved, the layering and all that. It's very, very cool.
Yeah. Yeah, in COVID time, I had a lot of free time to watch reality TV, and I watched like the sword making contest where they get like four swordsmiths and they have to make a knife or a sword, and they use so much techniques for metals and of course Damascus. So I had to buy a knife, of course, after watching it, and I ended up buying several knives after that. But
I bought a knife too. Mine was a lot cheaper. Mine, it's an optional, and the reason I bought this was because I like food, so I like to cut the salamis and the cheese and stuff like that. Yeah, that's what this is for.
Yeah, I have an optional for my
You're just turning into TGV day by day, man.
It has
It's not letting me share my screen.
Fuck you. I'm gonna look, you keep this shit up and I'm gonna get Thomas thrown off fucking YouTube the way I'm going, yeah? You really wanna fucking start today? I'm like half cut, hungover, and you wanna fucking play. Okay.
Drink some more water, man.
Okay.
Have a cup of tea.
They do make really cool knives optional. I have the mini one, like the number 3. It's that small. I use it for letters, and I have the mushroom picking one. It has a brush at the end, and the knife has like a curvature to it.
Okay.
The mushroom, you can really get around.
This is just the box standard, like number 8, because I mean it's just good to have in your pocket at home. You're out in the garden, you can cut for the veggies. You can cut food. You can open letters. You can open boxes. All that kind of shit. Like, it's just a good. What I like about these though the collar. So even then, I couldn't open it because the collar was locked. See, safety first. The collar on these,
Yeah,
they have the grooves in them. So when you twist it here, I can't close it. It's now locked. Yeah. But
Okay.
then also, when I do close it, if I don't want this, not that it's stiff, right? So not that it's going to, but I can twist the collar again once it's shut, and I can't open it. It's preventing it from opening it now. The collar has a groove in it basically, and if that's not lined up, it won't open or close. So they're good.
They're pretty clever, yeah.
And they're not expensive either. I think they're like $40 or some shit. They're Aussie, not euros, US, Canadian,
like
whatever.
euros,
This is
the smaller ones, yeah.
Gankaruni dollars.
Yeah, it's a nice knife. I have, but knives I did also end up buying like dumb stuff like like this.
This is my my case opener, to be honest. So I bought a Swiss Army knife.
Oh yeah,
just a cheapie. The whatever it is, the two.
Yeah.
Two
function.
And the knife, I blunted it down because it makes a good case knife to open the case back on the watch. Right, so I mean, handy, right?
Yeah.
It's MacGyver there. He opens my case back.
I think like knives are the most handy tool, to be honest. Like if you have to choose one tool, knives would be my number one tool, to be honest.
Thomas, we're running out of shit to say about knives, man.
Yeah, I know. It's not letting me share my screen.
Should I share my screen, Thomas?
I can't bring up the pictures I've saved.
Who's got keys? Who else is running the show here? Can someone open a link and give it a go? Like JCB, maybe? I don't know. I remember you doing
the little share screen button just keeps popping up for a second and disappearing.
That's weird.
So Oasis, yeah.
What about those 49ers?
Yeah. No. So in all honesty, I mean, it makes a really good like everyday carry item. So I've got for me, for my pocket dump, I guess. Obviously, there's always like your shit that you carry wristwatch. I've got my car keys. I got wallet, all that kind of stuff. I've got this generally when I'm around the house. You can't kind of carry this around Australia because the cops will fucking nick you for it, even though it's not really.
Oh really?
Yeah, we can't carry pocket knives here.
I think we're the same.
Can't carry a fucking butter knife here.
Well, now they're really strict about the size of the pocket knife. Like I carry usually something like this, which you clip in the pants.
Yeah, see, and a pocket pen, right? So for me, I've got a little pocket pen as well for a pocket dump. But yeah, they get real shitty over here when they see you with a blade.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I have two. I have like a Swiss Army knife. I think it's called the Hunter. It's amazing the amount of times you actually use it, just for like cutting your nails or cutting labels off clothes.
I've got the Climber for the Swiss Army knife, which has got like the scissors, the corkscrew, and all that shit. It's like a three layer one. So it's got all the bells and whistles. And then I've got two optional, and I've got a tactical, one of those American ones where they just on their own, they just open up.
Okay. Yeah. And the other thing I bought then was a Leatherman rebar. Have you ever come across the Leatherman brand? It's
not the rebar, but I have a Leatherman.
Yeah, it's a bloody serious multi-tool.
That's an excellent multi-tool. Yeah.
It's got like snips, pliers, proper knives, screwdriver. I use it all the time, just for doing jobs around the place.
No, I keep it in the car because it's handy. Like when anything happens, I have like a tape and this thing. Okay, I can survive any kind of problem with the car. Just tape it, cut the tape around it, fix some screws, maybe some.
Abdul the mechanic, he's got a fucking roll of duct tape and a Leatherman. He thinks he's gonna do an engine rebuild.
Yeah. I used to work 2 years maintaining production lines, so I know a little bit about mechanical stuff.
Motors,
Yeah, now I'm mostly theoretical work, but still when something comes up, I can do it if I read about it.
Yeah,
Abdul, is there any chance you could pull up the article? I've just sent it to the WhatsApp group. I've just sent to the WhatsApp group.
Everyone that's watching this show now, if there's anyone left, it's all gone to shit.
Yeah, it's gone to shit. I can't share my screen.
I can't find my Leatherman. I don't know where it is. So it's all gone to shit.
Yeah,
Sorry,
Family's
guys.
been drinking. JCB's on the
Bro,
sauce.
I've been drinking. Fucking
We're
hell.
talking nice. I'm on a downer post Oasis.
Yeah, he's just about twitching now because there's no more Oasis.
Sorry,
Anyway.
sorry, everyone.
Should we just move on to the next topic for now? While you could play while we talk about the others.
So
No, here we go. Abdul saved the day. So yeah, GLS watches.
Yeah, this is Patrick Shorgan.
Patrick Shorgan, they're synonymous with Damascus steel designs. Began in 2007 as a partnership between two Swedish men, one a watchmaker, one a designer, and the other a bladesmith, who both had a passion for ancient Scandinavian craft traditions. Since 2021, the watchmaker Patrick Shorgan became the sole owner of the company and now works as a different Swedish master bladesmith. The latest launch came earlier this year and is the Volland collection, with the first piece being this Falero sword watch. The dial has a distinctive Damascus steel pattern and is based on a Viking sword which was excavated in the 60s called the Falero sword. Around the edge of the dial is a luminescent ring which allows an intense orange colour in the dark, making a dial look molten hot. And the watch is powered by Le Juperet G101 automatic movement. It is 41mm and 41.5mm case and cost $11,500 for the raw steel dial and $12,500 for the midnight blue and glowing steels, which are the red ones at the top of the article, just right at the top. So they come in different colours, like the molten red and the ice blue.
Abdul, I hope your watch didn't cost, your knife didn't cost that much. Fucking hell.
No. It didn't cost that much.
So this is one of the higher end ones, but I mean, if you scroll down the next watch, I mean, Italian brand, another Italian brand for you, timely, Venezianico, only show that they can offer a cheaper Damascus steel-based watch with their Damasco Venezia TI Damascus.
That's the
titanium Damasco, yeah, Damascus steel-based watch, which is a Damasco. But with this watch, the TI Damascus are also using newer metals in titanium. So multiple grades of titanium with slightly different properties to create a similar layered ripple pattern, which has a theme thermally treated to create the vivid colours. Powered by a Solita SW200 in a 42mm case, and there's a 1,062 euros, but now sold out. What do you think of that? Does that grab you at all?
I think it looks like an Oris Aquis on Jubilee with a Damascus style.
Yeah, good call.
I don't like that color. I don't like the color. I'm not a fan.
Yeah,
I can see what they're doing, but no.
Yeah, I like the color, but I wouldn't buy it. If I want something Damascus, I want the case to be Damascus steel, not the dial.
Good point. If you're showing off your craftsmanship, and yeah, I get it. At least the case of the watch, if not the bracelet, whatever. But imagine just the case.
Just the case
on a cool rubber strap or something, and the case is like it's got that cool layering, and so when you look at the side of the case, right? See?
Exactly. Yeah,
this is what all they needed to do was spend 5 minutes with people that would actually buy the shit and ask what do they want. Well, I did warn you guys this is how it's going to be today.
Yeah, I mean the next one's going even cheaper. Oceanavia Deep Marine Explorer 2 Damascus. An American brand, Oceanavia, with their Deep Marine Explorer 2 uses a SW200 as well in a 42mm case. It's available with quite a few different coloured dials. This one on screen being the so-called coffee brown. It's also 1,250 meter depth rating, which only usually comes in more expensive watches. And the prices for this brand seem to get slashed on their website again and again. And with a recommended retail price of £1,505, the current sale price is a bargain basement £339. So
Wow.
so 339 quid you can get into a Damascus style watch. It's a bit nicer looking.
You know, I used to own something like this. It was actually a Zelos, and it was Zirc tie was the material. So it wasn't Damascus, but it was zirconium and titanium. And the two metals were folded together repeatedly and then cut to create this, to all intents and purposes, a zebra-like pattern on the case, but it was just a bit too out there for me, and this one is just a bit too out there for me as well.
I reckon this one, yeah, I'm in the same as you, Ben. With this one, I reckon because you got the case in the bezel with the Damascus. If the dial was actually a bit more toned down and was didn't have the pattern, I reckon it would be better for me. It's a bit too much going on with this one.
Fucking lines going everywhere on this one.
Yeah, you need a bit of contrast with Damascus, I think, because if you got Damascus everywhere, it just blows you away too much. It's just too
the
much.
dial or the case, but not both.
These ones.
Yeah. Yes. See that middle one. Yeah, click on that. Like that's got just. Oh no, that's all plain. Oh no, that's the bezel and the case.
Yeah.
See how
But that's all right, the bezel and the case. But if the dial's all like,
because the dial is plain, so it's like that's a lot more easier on
more
the eye.
toned down. Yeah.
Yeah, see that it works now, doesn't it? It works now.
It doesn't work out here.
Yeah, it's better.
Black enamel dial. Wow.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's actually not a bad price, to be honest.
339 is very good price, isn't it? Yeah.
That's
it's just Rolex for me. Like
same, Dan. Yeah.
You've done all this cool shit.
Yeah.
And then you made it look like a fucking sea dweller.
Yeah,
come on, man.
Yeah, these ones are too much, to be honest. This one is like when you said it, just like you totally now you see the resemblance.
Like
maybe
you've got all this cool skill, right? We can see this. You've got this process that you can do where you can make watches look fucking cool. So now just design one that's going to look cool. Don't copy it.
Exactly.
They even used the Explorer 2 white dial.
Doesn't even have a GMC.
They've actually called it the Explorer 2, haven't they?
The thing for me is, if you're a brand like, I'll say like Parnas or someone like that, and you want to do a sub homage or whatever, knock yourself out. I don't give a shit. It's when you have designed such a cool way to make a watch with this Damascus look and all this kind of stuff. So you've gone to the effort of doing all this really cool shit. That's just slap it on fucking sub.
But it's somebody else though. Like it's a Chinese factory has come up with that, or I know Geneva have gone to speak to the Chinese, and this is what they came up with together. Like everything is just going to be a cheaper version of, like, say Goss. It's a Damascus steel, but it's going to be a much more cheaply fabricated thing than. I would say it's probably the essence of Damascus rather than.
Yeah,
so
I'd love
to. I'm not saying to copy a Moser or an FP Jaune or something like that, but if you made something unique like that, like you had your own look about you, like Ming has their own look,
yeah,
oh, 100%. Jaune has their own look, Moser have their own look. Like if you came up with something cool. A particular like one case, it only has to be for now,
and but these are coming in these are coming in right at the bottom of the market. This is a Chinese factory job that's done as cheaply as possible to be mass sold.
I'll be right back. I'm just gonna grab a top up.
just a quick shout out to
Give me
Tickle My
one.
Talk.
My talk.
His wife picked up a 36mm OP Tiffany yesterday from the AD. Congratulations,
Well
mate.
done, my man. Well
Very
done.
nice, Tickle My
Nice.
Talk.
Yeah, I just want to know: did the
Your
wife really
car.
pick it up, or was it you who picked it up? And who's going to wear it the most?
Yeah, congratulations, buddy.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
nice.
Oh,
Very
I bought
nice.
the wife a watch. Yeah, that's the only
Yeah.
coolest excuse in the book.
Bought
36
the wife.
mil.
Bought the wife a new Lamborghini as well. Yeah, she can't
Yeah.
drive manual, but
Manual.
Okay, so the next watch is Louis Erard, and they've collaborated with Alan Silverstein, Konstantin Shakin, Vini Holter, Stefan Godoki, and more with their regulator watches. And on this one, they collaborated with the first brand that we covered, Damascus Masters GOS. And this sort of collaboration introduces Damascus styles to a much wider audience who wouldn't otherwise be aware of them, which is a good thing, I think. Because
be a real nitpicky fuck on this one.
Yeah.
If it was a gold case, it would look outstanding.
Yeah, but because there's plenty of empty dial area, the pattern dial can be really seen, and it has a 39mm case for automatic sleeve movement, and I believe, anyway, but you're paying more of a premium on this one. It's £4,500. As with all Louis Erard collaborations, it's a limited edition. But yeah, maybe a gold case might look.
So yellow gold, right? If you put yellow gold against that dial and handset, I reckon it would look a lot better.
Yeah, I like that. I think it's very. I love the case on it. Very elegant.
I like it as well, and I like how they did something original, and I reckon it all looks really good. It's just, if it's not for the hands, it's very monochrome. That's what I'm thinking. If it was like a yellow gold, it would pop a bit more. But
yeah,
this is beautiful. I'm not pissing on it.
Yeah, the problem with the case, it's 4,250 with the steel. If it's gold, it will be 15. I don't think they will be.
Really? Did they do a gold option?
At least.
Everything's so expensive. It's hard. Listen, just don't worry. It's 5,500 with the gold case. Give them an option. Don't worry.
I know from experience because we were talking with Lurique, with manufacturer of cases in Switzerland, and the factor is ×4 for gold and steel cases. Okay. So it's really a big factor to factor in the price of the case itself.
Fine, get a fucking gold texture. Okay.
I like your point. I think maybe like polished titanium or something like different case material than steel, or even blued steel. Like imagine if the case is blued, right?
Whatever happened to like the 9-carat? Like Omega used to do watches in the 50s, 40s, 50s, 60s that were 9-carat gold as opposed to 18-carat. Yeah. Like
so you had. Sorry, to start at the bottom, you had stainless. They didn't do chrome plating. They had stainless. They had then it was plated, gold plated. Mm-hmm. Then it was gold capped. Then it was like your 9-carat, your 14, and your 18.
Yeah, but I remember I actually had owned a 9-carat gold Omega before, and the hue off that thing was incredible.
Yeah,
and I only paid like 600 quid for it. That's euros now, but
you saw mine, right? How good does it look when the light hits it?
Incredible.
You know what I mean? Like this.
Like if they started to reestablish like a 9-carat gold market again, you could do these watches. They'd be maybe a factor of 2 rather than a factor of 4.
I like this one. I like the dial. You can really see the layering in it. You can really see the layering in the steel, and I think it's pretty good. I like regulated watches.
I do too. I also like Louis Erard, and I like Patrick Jorgen. So like there's a lot of good things going on there.
I like the completely useless secondhand that is just there for show and looks fucking great. Like if it's there and you're gonna do it, mate, looks good.
Yeah, why not?
Why not? Something fancy. Otherwise, it's an empty spot.
Yeah, next one is Boulevard Lunar Pilot times Buddy. Boulevard celebrating their 150th anniversary this year and are doing some collaborations. And this Lunar Pilot times Buddy collaboration is with a Brazilian pop artist, Tiago Rosenthal. And the focal point is a dial, which is like the Venetianico, it's made from Damascus titanium or Damascus. It even has a similar coloured finish as the Venetianico, but not as bright. And this is more blue to match the chronograph pushers. It's a 43.5mm case, houses the usual high precision quartz movement found in the Lunar Pilot, and it costs $1,650. Again, this is a limited edition. They say limited, but it's 5,500 pieces worldwide. So it's not really that limited. It's got a 1/20th of a second chronograph timing on it. So it's hardly limited at 5,500 pieces. But
it's about as limited as a Mazda 3.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to quickly jump in on this one. Can you go back to that sexy picture at the beginning of it? Like there you go. Look at that. You know what it looks like? It looks like one of Nemo's friends. It looks like a fucking tropical fish. I'm sorry, but that's the first thing I saw. And I'm thinking of Finding Nemo. I was like, oh my God. It looks like it belongs in a fish tank.
Hi, Bobby. Good to see you, my friend.
Hey, Bobby.
Hey, Bobby Lee.
Cash grab from Boulevard, to be honest. Just a good way to get some money for a watch that usually costs like $300, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, do a collaboration and bang in a Damascus steel dial and
just on the whole Lunar Pilot thing, right? So the original Lunar Pilot worn on the moon, right? So it's a mechanical. That thing was like 37 or 38 mil, I think it was, something like that, or 36. It was around that size frame. If they did this in 40, like not this exact one, but the Lunar Pilot, if they did it in 40, 38, 41 max, they'd kill it. Everyone would buy one. Well, most people buy one anyway, right?
And make it mechanical?
Oh, yeah, well, even better, right? Save it again, like do the quartz one in a normal size, right? So everyone can buy it. And then once everyone's bought it, then put a mechanical in and everyone will buy it again, see? Who the fuck is going to buy the 43? Like, I've worn one. I had to get rid of it. It was too big. It was massive.
I could
see through the strap and the lug there.
I had no idea the original Lunar Pilot was mechanical.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
And what was the case size? 35?
About 37-ish.
Yeah, about 37, 38.
Jesus, why don't they lean into that? I mean, obviously they'd be charging at least 4,000 for it.
If they brought out an original version of that, right? So if they did one period correct, exactly like the one that went on the moon, I would buy one in a heartbeat.
Yeah. Instead they've gone for this high precision quartz.
And I get it.
252 kilohertz.
I get it. And it's a very accurate movement. It's great.
That's the quartz one on their website for $695.
A third of the price.
Maybe one. Just one. We only want one.
You're paying $900 for the little dummy that you're paying for and the dial, which is...
Bullover, I know you watch the show. Listen to me. Yeah?
Yeah.
Fire your marketing team because they're making you sell fish. Fuck that shit off and listen to us. We're the panel here of experts.
So the next one is from a young British brand that you probably haven't heard of called McQuaid. And they style themselves as the only British brand to have a specialism in Damascus steel. The debut watch, the Q1 Obsidian, has a 43.2mm case made in Damascus steel, which is 15mm thick. The coated brass style has a gear-shaped engraving to try and tie in with the patterns of Damascus case, and it's water resistant to 1,000 meters, which is pretty good. It features a helium escape valve. The watch is powered by Sleater, as many of these watches have seen so far. Sleater SW200 automatic movement. And it's priced very reasonably at £750.
Okay.
I really like this one.
Yeah, that's not bad. Like that's a total, like it's in your face, but it kind of hangs together quite well. The contrast is, it just seems to, it's a mishmash of a whole bunch of crazy elements, but for some reason, at first sight, it's kind of hanging together quite well. I agree with you, Tom.
Yeah, there's this little video where they show the watch. And
I'll be right back. Sorry, I'm just going to get a
Yeah,
refresh
sure.
drink, whatever.
I think it's the legibility of it. It's like the case is crazy and the dial is crazy, but it's applied indices. There's good contrast. The hands are
And the heat.
nice. It's very legible.
Yeah, I really like it. This is one of my favorites so far, I think.
Yeah, it's a thick boy, isn't it? 15 mil.
Yeah. It's 100 Atmos, so 1,000 meter
Oh,
water resistance. Because I was like 100. Why are they writing 100 Atmos? I'm like, oh, that's 1,000. That's why they have the heat escape valve.
it's kind of cool. I kind of like that.
Yeah, and that's why it's thick. And now
Oh my god, it's a fucking sea dweller, like
that's
Mariana Trench style.
you know, I don't like thick watches, but with the Damascus steel one, I want to have it thick because I want to see the pattern, right?
Yeah,
So it's not bad at all, Tom. Really,
not at all. No.
excellent.
Yeah, I like this one.
Yeah.
JCB, you fan?
It's cool. Yeah, again, looking at the dial is pretty like in certain light, it's a bit too much for me. This one,
It's
with the dial.
patterned. Yeah, it
Yeah.
is a bit much. It is a bit much. I agree. The dial pattern.
Yeah, don't really.
If they'd have made it a plain dial, just a plain dial, I think it would have been a lot
maybe.
nicer.
I think it's just certain light that hits it. Then you get all the patterns coming up. Like
Different
just-
colors.
looking at on the picture on the on that article, the picture they've got there, the dial just looks fucking terrible, to be honest.
This one?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that one.
yeah.
So I just don't understand.
Like a
what's
spider's web, isn't it?
going on. Yeah, it's just too much. But besides that, yeah, no, it's cool.
Yeah.
Besides that, yeah.
So next up, one from Germany, Zinn. A big fan of Zinn. This is
yes. I just love everything.
1,800 Titan Damaster. Titan Damzenner. Pronounce that for us, Abdul.
Titan Damsensa.
Titan
Oh,
Damzenner.
nice. God,
Yeah,
you've got a
this-
proper German accent and everything.
Yeah.
I was not expecting that, Abdul.
Yeah, this one again, like the Venezia, this Zinn uses Titan
It's kind of brought me to attention.
Damascus titanium.
There's an intensity to a German accent that just can't be replicated.
This is titanium Damascus. The execution is totally different, and instead of the light dial of the Nessianico, this thing has a broad pattern that looks more like camouflage than a Damascus. That's because the layers are arranged on a flat plane, meaning that you can see the characteristic pattern better on the sides of the case. And most Damascus is polished to give it a high shine and reflective quality that emphasizes the layers. But on this watch, a naturally dark tone of the titanium is allowed to dominate instead. This works really well in the making, making the watch feel like a practical tool as opposed to a piece of jewelry. And it's big at 43 mil and houses a Sleater SW300, which is an improvement on the others. The case is also tegmented, and the price is quite expensive. €9,890.
Yeah.
But it's also only made 200 pieces.
Okay. The 43mm diameter has ruined it for me. I was about to say that it's very, very cool, but it's dinner
Yeah.
plates territory.
So it will really wear big on the wrist.
Yeah. Because it looks quite a thin watch as well. It looks extremely thin.
Really thin.
Yeah, it's
And
thin.
lug construction is made really nice, so it will wear the inner part will hug inside your wrist. So basically, you will cut like 2-3 millimeters from the case size.
Yeah, I guess if you're a pilot or something like that, the diameter makes sense. And it isn't the dress watch, but like if you told me that was 38mm, I'd say that's very cool.
Yeah, I like the camouflage look of it. If you do, I'm the same, Ben. If I'd have seen it and sorry, Liam. If I'd have seen it and it was 40mm, I'd have been. I could understand it selling out, and but it's only 100 pieces. But 43, I think it's a bit too much. I can't see it selling in a hurry, especially at 9,900 euros.
Yes,
That's a
except
lot
there
of
is a
money.
market for bigger watches. Like we're just the dinky wrist club, as
You know why
Brian likes to call it.
the cost? Because the case construction. You can see that the case is basically they used part of the case as the base plate.
Okay.
So basically, you have
that's cool.
Like a monocoque supercar construction. Everything is on one on the case itself.
Okay, that's like the Bulgari.
I just don't like the pattern of that Damascus on this one. It's just blotchy. Like it's not the typical sort of Damascus with the lines.
Like army camo.
Exactly.
Yeah, but have a look at that dial. It's just kind of like it looks like it's got COVID or something. Like what the fuck? It's like it's got a disease, man.
It's just flat. You see the pattern from the side on the side
Petri
angle. Yeah, but it's flat. Otherwise, it's
that's a nickname. If it was a Rolex, like it'd be called the Petri dish.
Sorry.
Just share my screen real quick, Tom. I'll just show you this version here. So they do one with a black coating. Like you can see, look how much better this one looks with
that's nice.
This is the bomb, man. Because then when they do Damascus, they do it really well, man.
Yeah, that's sick.
This is the
This
is the same model, but with this is the not titanium. It's the Damascus steel with a black coating. This just looks so much better.
Is this a regular production model, JCB? Do you know?
I think it is. Yeah. So it's the 1800S. Whenever you have S on a
limited edition,
thin, it's a black one. So it's got black coating.
Edition, I think.
But look at that, man. That's like okay. I'm down with this one here. Look at how the dial is. This is stunning.
The gold indices are very nice touch. Indices and hands. The gold.
Yeah,
gold
the black look.
Yeah.
But just with the other one quickly for a second, just from a watchmaking perspective, when you have to work on that watch, I know you guys were saying, how cool is this that the main plate is part of the case? It's cool to look at. It's cool from a style perspective, but from a watchmaking perspective, it's a bitch. So this is a movement holder, yeah? So when you take the movement out of the watch, you put it in this, you tighten it up and it holds it very, very firmly. So when you're undoing screws and shit, yeah, on bridges and you got to pop bridges out and all that kind of stuff, it holds things where it needs to be. This, albeit a cheap one, because I'd never really had to use one before, this is a case holder, right? So this holds a watch case in place. If you're going to use one of these and then try and work on the movement, that's a bitch, because all this gets in your way. It's really big and bulky and awkward. Whereas this is nice and small and you can move it around easily and you can get underneath and see angles. And as you can see, I can see directly underneath it if I need to. With that, you can't, yeah? So to make it part of the watch case itself, the main plate, is a fucking bastard.
Yeah, that's going straight back to Zin if there's an issue.
So when you guys saw it, you guys went, oh, when I saw it, I went, oh, fuck. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this watch is dope, man.
that's really nice, Jesse. Yeah, I
But,
agree. Much
but I
less
imagine
than the
anything like that,
Camelrod one.
like the Altiplano or
Fuck,
Feels
look at
the
that.
Bulgari,
Fuck. Sick.
what's it, the Octo Finissimo.
So
I imagine
elegant.
they're all just going back to the manufacturer, really.
Yeah.
Oh, I get it, but I'm just saying, like, the manufacturer.
No, you're right,
or
because
them,
I had a really good conversation with Stephen McGonigal down at Waterford, and
Yeah.
his watches sell for a premium, but like I was talking about legacy and stuff like that. I was getting a bit deep. I was drinking, and I was saying to him, well, one thing that a watch, an independent, always has is legacy. None of us leave a legacy behind, but our watchmaker does, because their watches will effectively last forever. And he was making a point, and he said, and my watches, there's no fancy materials, there's no crazy, unique manufacturing, anything to it, that any watchmaker worth the salt can service that. So the thing is going to last for hundreds of years.
And that's the point, right? So when the design of the watch, the movement is well built, right? And I'm not talking about robust as in, it has to take a hit when you drop it. What I'm saying is when you're putting it together, everything lines up, everything goes into place, bridges drop in perfectly, onto the pivots. That's a well-made watch. That will last the test of time. Unfortunately, there are micro brands out there where that shit doesn't line up, and it's very even for the manufacturer to put it together and move it to a customer, it's a very fragile process for them even just to get it to work. So you can imagine the next guy that comes along that has to service this fucking thing that's not part of that team. Good luck, yeah, if it's an independent. Like someone, you take it to a watchmaker who may be X whatever, X Rolex, X this, X that. If this thing isn't made to a point where they can put this thing together, with ease, so to speak, it's going to be a bitch, and they probably won't be able to. So again, legacy comes down to that as well.
Yes.
So yeah, I agree with Mr. McGonigal.
Yeah.
Just one second,
right
hello
back,
to the watch pennies. Good to see you, watch
Watch
pennies.
What's your
So, could you share the article again, please?
Guys, I'm just going to grab a cup of tea, because I've just
Sure.
halfway through the session is a.
Now, this one is a Roger Dubuis, the Excalibur, and they've got a thing about King Arthur and the Round Table. This Damascus titanium is also used in this monstrosity from Roger Dubuis. Absolute monstrosity from 2023. Not particularly known for their subtlety design-wise. The dramatic patterns of this metal are almost an afterthought on this one. Your attention is immediately drawn to the cracked ice Murano glass style with blue accents and the golden sculptures of King Arthur and his knights as indices. Absolute abomination. A 45mm case houses the caliber RD 821 with a Pension de Genève movement finished by hand. It's a boutique exclusive, limited to 28 pieces and no price on the website. So you have to register your interest. I mean, this is one for the Dungeons and Dragons fanatic. It's just absolute abomination. I find it awful.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. This is just it's making me want to throw up. It's disgusting.
Who buys this stuff?
At first, I thought, who dropped the egg? Yeah, does it look like a fucking eggshell?
Yeah.
And then I saw closely that they were actually people holding swords and shit. Woo! Yeah.
Do these little guys on the dial, do they move around or do anything, or they just stand there like
they
that?
just stand there as indices. They're solid gold figurines.
Okay.
That makes it better.
Indices.
It's really just a dial, though, isn't it? If the dial wasn't so messed up, it would maybe that would work somehow.
I don't know. That crown ain't so flash either.
Yeah, but what's making it real? Yeah, okay, no, I take it back. The whole thing is fucked. Yeah, okay.
There you go.
Yeah.
There we go.
Awful, isn't it? I mean,
There is nothing
That's-
good about this watch.
there isn't, is there? There isn't.
trying to make it. I'm trying to solve it.
I'm like that with Roger Dubuis Excalibur range in general. I'm like that. I see them at Watches and Wonders, and I just look at them and I think they're awful. They're
So
just design-wise.
you had a big knot on the piss, Tom, right? And somehow, some way.
No, we got the video. We got the video.
Oh, the video. And you got audio when you do that too. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
cool.
that's
Somehow, some way. I go for it.
I mean, these guys are pretty cool. I like the little sculptures. They're fucking cool, but the rest of the thing is fucked. It's just ugly as. Nothing, like there's no coherence to the watch. It's just a jumble up of shit.
It's called
Okay.
Knights of the Round Table Damascus
Yeah.
Titanium. That's what they're called, the watch. Knights of the Round
Yeah.
Table. Sorry,
Thomas-
Timely, I interrupted you.
You're all right. You had a big knot on the piss. You pulled your credit card out, all 10 of them, and you bought this fucking nasty, vicious vinyl thing.
Oh, I wouldn't
Yeah.
get over it. I'd be depressed for.
How would you go about reselling this shit out?
You couldn't resell it. Nobody would buy it. No,
No, you'd have to go-
it'd lose about 80% of its value.
at least.
More,
yeah.
90%, 90% at
have
least.
to go-
Abdul, yeah, at least.
You'd have to go to this whiskey tasting thing I did today. It'd stand outside when it was finished and see if someone would part with their money.
Absolutely. That's your target group.
I mean, the Excaliburs cost about $30,000, don't they?
yeah.
They're about the Roger Dubuis Excaliburs. They're about $20,000, $30,000. They're expensive watches. They really are.
Like,
Oh,
who's
horrible.
buying this stuff though? Like, okay, so you'd have to be into, the whole King Arthur thing to really want to buy this watch, right? Knights of the Round Table. But then, even then, if you were, and then you'd look at this going, this just looks shit. Like, you wouldn't even like, even if you got like, imagine $100 million. Like, even then, you wouldn't even buy this watch because it's so ugly.
Maybe the director of Game of Thrones would buy one. I don't know.
I figured out.
Even then, like, it's just so ugly, man. The whole thing is just a fucking
JC,
It
the
is,
target
it is.
audience is someone that had, like, they used to play Dungeons and Dragons as kids, whatever, but they had no money. And then they won the fucking lotto. And they thought, oh, how cool would it be to have this one? That's their target audience. So they've got like 3 people in the whole world.
Yeah.
But even then, though, like, it's just still so ugly. It's that's my point. It's like,
So bad.
Think of all the
Lot.
swallows you could buy for $30,000.
Fucking lot. That's how many.
Yeah, so Abdul, I put another link if you could pull up that one in the chat.
Roger
And to be
Dubuis,
honest, I'd rather have
is
one.
very Marmite as a brand, right? Like a lot, like the pieces that they have, they're really Marmite. I find you either love them or you hate them, right? And this is for me squarely in the hate.
Dude, they're not Marmite. This one, you hate it or you hate it.
Yeah, I hate it. I hate Roger. Most Roger Dubuis.
No, like the sympathy range in Roger Dubuis is really fucking cool. I reckon. I really like it. That
That's
really
Philippe Dufour, isn't it? A sympathy.
Is it?
Yeah, Philippe Dufour, yeah. Right.
Philippe Dufour.
No, not
Yeah.
sympathy. Hang on, I'll
You
pull it.
mean the rounder, shaper one, the smaller ones, like the
The old ones. The old
the
ones.
The one with that really weird case.
The old
shape.
ones for the case.
like,
with the
like
case.
Bill has like 2 of them, right? The one, the world timer, and the retrograde one. They're really
Yeah,
nice.
I know the ones you mean. The old Roger Dubuis, the 1990s.
Yeah, those ones.
Ones,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's called sympathy. Yeah.
They're
Those
called
ones are cool.
sympathy, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. They're awesome. Like,
Yeah.
but even those are Marmite, right? Like, you've got to really be into that thing here. Yeah, like the Roger Dubuis Sympathy Perpetual Calendar, man. This is a cool watch. Real cool watch. I'll try and pull up a picture.
Listen, I'd rather close my hand in the car door than wear that fucking shit. We just did.
No, I remember these ones, man. These are cool. These ones, fuck. But this is what I'm saying. Like it's a very
That's
a very
awesome.
Marmite watch, though, right? Like it's so much going on.
Yeah.
You're
I
gonna
like
either love it or hate
them.
it.
I like
But
Fine with
this
Roger
is the
Dubuis.
old. This is the
They're
old
really-
Roger Dubuis. This is the old Roger Dubuis, not the new Roger Dubuis. Yeah.
Oh, there's an old
Hi,
one.
Pocket Watch time.
Hey,
Good to
mate.
see you, mate.
That's the old Roger Dubuis.
Okay, I didn't know what.
That's
Were they bought out by some crack smoking?
I don't
VC
know. I'm
or
not
something?
sure.
Probably.
I don't know. Probably.
most
Yeah,
probably because
could have
they
been.
changed 180 degrees. You know, like they went from elegant, eccentric designs to cokehead,
Richard Mille-esque.
yeah,
Richard
Frank-
Mille-esque. So,
Like Pierce's crack pipe smoking fucking cousin or some shit.
yeah, like this is elegant. Like every
That's cool.
complication is there with a function. Every part, every angle on it is made for a function. You know, like it looks nice.
Is it Roger Dubuis, the Crazy Hours guy? That's a cool watch.
No, that's Frank Muller.
Frank Muller.
Oh, Frank Muller. Oh, yeah.
We're getting our shit mixed up, boys.
Anyway,
So, Abdul, could you pull
I
up
was
that
looking in
last
this to
thing?
see, but there's nothing there.
Yeah, so this is the last watch that I wanted to talk about. This is I tried this on a British Watchmakers Day back in March, and it's hefty. This is by Scofield Watch Company, and it's called the Obscura, made by Giles Ellis' Scofield Watch Company. He says it's his best work yet, and ideas for it began in 2017 and were constantly adjusted and refined. Called the Obscura, Giles sums it up as an artifact being designed and obviously like a round watch, but wanted to look like less conventional and like a mysterious timing device, he says, with possible military or alien space age influences. It was also obscure for Giles because it was using Damascus steel, but he said it's not just about using the material, it's about the design of other things like the hands, the crown, the loom, and the triple glazed case back. And the case back has a smoked sapphire crystal to slightly magnify the parts of the movement. And the three circles in a triangle are a classic sci-fi meme akin to Predator's tri-beam laser sight or the undercarriage of a UFO. And
a lot
they
of
also
alien vibes from this watch.
they also
That's
represent planets among the stars. And the Damascus steel case is made in Vegas, a Vegas forge in the US, and moves away from the normal wavy form. And is fully machined and finished in Sussex, England, and acid etch for less colour and more texture. It uses the Unitas 6498-2 manual wound movement with Geneva stripes and a power of over 57 hours, and it's a limit of 40 pieces and is £9,558. But I really like this one. I think this is probably one of my favourites. I just love that multicoloured loom and that.
Yeah, it's cool.
I don't mind it, eh?
Yeah.
And
You
I
know,
was thinking at first,
That's
where
cool.
the fuck is the loom on the minute hand? But you don't need it because you've got that blue ring and it tells you where it is.
Yeah,
Exactly. Yeah.
blacks out. Yeah.
Mm. It's cool. I like it. And I'm someone that likes old watches, right? Like that old look. This has got nothing to do with any of that, and I like it.
The pattern is pretty cool, to be honest.
Oh yeah,
Really.
I like it under loom.
Yeah, I've been down an alien rabbit hole the last couple of weeks, like watching all the old alien movies and even the new ones that are coming out. And this seems like something that they would wear on the on an alien on the Nostromo or one of those spacecraft that's up in.
Have you watched
space.
Prometheus? Did you watch Prometheus?
love Prometheus. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
so
awesome.
do I. It's brilliant.
Yeah,
It
it's
doesn't
great.
get
Yeah,
brilliant
all those
movie.
movies. Yeah, they're fantastic. They're really
You're gonna have to watch it. I haven't seen it. Though.
So good.
Once you go down the alien rabbit hole, man, you'll be down there for months. Like there's just so many movies.
Oh,
always
there's a new series,
offshoots.
isn't there, on Disney?
Yeah, Alien Earth. Yeah, it's on Disney. Yeah, it's
Heard
awesome.
it's okay.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, I started
Yeah.
watching that. Yeah, it's cool.
See what you did, Thomas. You brought this watch along, and now they're talking about fucking aliens. I blame you.
And then you go into the Predator rabbit hole because they're like they're mixed up like Alien and Predator and all this stuff. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
So
this is the last Damascus steel watch I had, and that probably my favourite one out of the lot. I like the GOS ones. I think the McQuaid one was quite nice, a diver with the apart from the dial, like the spider's web dial.
Yeah. The Zin one, the Zin alternative that JCB brought up was cool.
The Zin alternative that JCB brought up was nice. Yeah, really cool.
Yeah, I like
that. Yeah. So our friend ID Guy did a video last week, which was a really good one. I'll drop the link to it. It was a really good one on watch regrets. And what I thought it was a really different format he had to the video. It wasn't concentrating on a specific watch, and it was just about watch regrets in general. Do we have them? He stated 10 different types of watch regret, and I'd be interested to hear from the chat. What watch regrets do you have? Do you have any? And also the panel. I mean, I put my comment in ID Guy's video that my regret was not selling. He did a review of my collection 5 years ago, and he said, "Sell your Kermit and buy some nice thing." He said, "Save it for Vacheron 1921."
Okay.
And that was way out of reach. That was because they're 30,000 quid.
Yeah, they're solid gold, aren't they?
Yeah, sort of rose gold. I would have loved to get one. Absolute grail watch, but I'm a huge fan of the Vacheron 921. But my regret is not taking that advice earlier and getting like sort of 3-4 years ago when the market was high, and getting more for it than I did, because I eventually sold it to buy my Breguet. So if I'd have sold it, say, in hindsight, if I'd have sold it, say, 3-4 years ago, I would have got maybe 50% more than I did, or maybe more, 60%, 70% more than I did actually get for it. But that's all in hindsight.
Hindsight's 20.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And like how you feel is how you feel. Like, but from the outside looking in, like the 1921 is quite a unique looking watch. And you may have got bored with it. You may not have. I don't know. I think the watch that you may not have been just in the headspace to do it at the time. 5 years later, you do the deal. You buy the Breguet. It's so elegant. It's so classy. It's so timeless. Blue enamel dial. Beautiful Arabic numerals. Beautiful rotor. Solid gold. Coin edge case. It's a far more elegant and, dare I say, timeless. Well, I know it's 1921 or whatever, but I just think you could get bored of the way the 1921 is so bloody unique. It's almost like a pocket watch, like one of those marriage watches.
A lot of people say that it's very hard to wind because it's manually wound the 1921. It's hard to wind.
Size too, you need to be careful what you pick. So I've got a friend who had one, and he sold it because he picked the wrong size. So they come in like a 36 and a 40 or something.
Yeah.
And he got the 40 thinking, I'm going to get like a Rolex. I get the 39 mil or the 40 mil or whatever, like instead of 36. He fucked up, because it's a square watch. It wears much
Huge.
bigger, and he just got
Yeah.
sick of it not fitting under the cuff, not
Yeah.
being, it's just a big lump on his wrist. He's like, So he ended up selling it, and then it was such a regret. He didn't end up looking for a 36. He just moved on.
Yeah, regrets. The whole regret thing is kind of it's a word that I have trouble with because it's kind of pointless having regrets as such because life is so short that dwelling in regrets is it's not a great thing to do. And what's for you won't pass you, as they say. That's part of the journey, to use a well trotted out cliche.
Mm.
Yeah, absolutely. I always say, I always take it as lessons learned. Like I sold the watch at the wrong time, or I sold an investment to buy watches at the wrong time of the investment, or whatever. I don't go back. Oh, if I didn't buy these two watches, I would have now that much in my bank account. And I don't take it this way. I always like, okay, I learned my lesson. It cost me that much. Education costs money, and this lesson cost me this amount of euros at the end of the day. So if I didn't learn about it, that's my fault. Like if I did the mistake again, then okay, you didn't learn it, then you have to pay more.
I like the timing of things, right? So my father, God rest his soul, he worked in Allied Irish Bank, the main bank, one of the two main banks here in Ireland. And he never took a bonus, right? He always took shares in the bank. Now, at one point, 2005, 2006, those shares were worth around 300,000 or 400,000 quid. And then there was a worldwide recession. And the arse completely fell out of it. So, like, I'm listening to Tom, I think maybe the main thrust of his regret is the fact that the Rolex price dropped. But in actual fact, it did, but not too bad either.
All watch prices dropped.
Yeah,
all watch prices. It's relative, yeah.
It's all relative, yeah. And you still came out of it better than what you went in as. Or at least Rolex gives you that anyway.
I got a sad Rolex story as well, so I do have a regret. But read this one first.
Yeah, my watch channel says regrets. Go changing things in the past. Your present and all you have, where you are, could be vastly different. So it's basically saying what we're saying. Yeah, I mean, live in the moment, and it's don't have regrets. Basically, I think.
But living in the moment now, Thomas, I've got a fucking headache, man, from all the bourbon. So.
Do we have anyone? Sorry, carry on, Tammy.
I was going to say my regret is it's to do with selling a Rolex, but not because of money. So I know, like everyone was saying about selling it at the right time, getting your money, this, that. When I first started collecting, way back when, I managed to get my hands on a 1984 Oyster Perpetual. It was mint. It was my birth year. It looked beautiful. And because I was sort of like, on the journey, and I wanted to try the next thing, I got rid of it, I traded it on for something else. I cannot find that watch anywhere. It haunts me to this fucking day. And it's irritating, because I know now when I look at my watch box that I could have had a vintage birth year Rolex there, along with this, along with that, and it's just like, oh, what did I do that for? But
it irks you, yeah.
And it's not to do with money. The money I would have got for it, I really don't give a shit. It's more about I don't have it now.
Yes, the completedness of your collection.
So that's my.
Don't cry, Timely. Geez, don't.
No, I just got a fucking headache. That's all it is. It's not crying.
My biggest regret is well documented and stuff. But again, it was a timing thing. Like I would say, I would still own my Speedmaster. It would still be a Grail watch of mine had they not brought out the Moonswatch. But almost as soon as I brought it, they brought out the Moonswatch, completely cheapened the whole idea of what the Moon Watch was supposed to be, and all of the things that I wanted it for were stripped away by Swatch and the CEO of Omega by making that move. It's like I just have no more faith in you guys anymore.
Wow, that's really interesting. How like the watch is so good, but this extrinsic factors affected how you perceived your watch and the brand. You know what I mean?
That's
That's
if
really
I'm being 100% honest about it. That's what happens.
yeah. It happens if that's what it was. That's what it is. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's really interesting.
Yeah, it happens with a
Yeah,
lot of stuff, I think.
similar story for me. Not similar, but the only watch regret I've got is Omega is selling a 2254 Omega Peter Blake Seamaster. Yeah.
Okay.
Pull up my. Can you share my screen, Tom? I've got my own Instagram of the watch.
Oh yeah,
Um,
it's beautiful.
Such a good watch, man. It was a great watch. But I wanted there was two things that annoyed me about the watch. One, it didn't have applied indices. It just got the painted loom markers, and the bezel font. I just found it was a bit too thick and a bit too cartoonish sort of thing. But it just annoyed me.
You know
It was
why?
just
Because the logo is so small under the 12. The 12
Oh,
triangle's
that's interesting.
big, the Omega's small, and then the bezel font's massive, right? So that's probably what it is.
Yeah, but the thing is so thin. It's like 11.3 mil or something like that. It's 41.5 mil wide. It's perfect dimensions. This is just like the perfect daily watch. It's just such a great watch.
And it's got
Um,
horns.
and I always toy with buying one, but then I think, oh, look, there was a reason I sold it, and I'll probably regret buying it. But this is the only one thing where I regret ever selling a watch. Every one else I've never regretted it, but this one,
I can
I think
understand that.
because it wore so well.
Mhm.
This is the only one that I regret selling.
These cases, right? So I had the Bond case,
Yeah,
and
same
it's the same
case.
shit, right? Same case, different dial, and that's all.
Yeah.
Until you wear one, you really do not understand how well these things sit on your wrist.
Yeah.
They're like nothing else. Honestly, they're a thin profile. They really hug the wrist well when they sit on your wrist, and they fit under the cuffs with ease. It's like nothing else. Honestly.
Yeah. So the
And
movement.
you sold it.
Yeah, so well, I put them. I wanted to get like something. I put all the money into Rolex, and I ended up getting a GMT. So I'm not.
Yeah.
I sort of traded up, and I've got a really sick watch now. I'm not like
Oh,
regretting
yeah.
it in that way,
But you
but
want one of these
Yeah.
again, don't you?
I reckon I want one again. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
actually,
I understand.
similar to that, I traded up my Black Bay 58 with the Speedy to get an Explorer 2, and I love the Explorer 2, but I can see myself buying a BB 58 again.
Well, I did the same thing with my Blackberry 41. It was part of the trade once upon a time, and I sold it off.
Yeah.
And I liked it so much, I went back and bought one on bracelet.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's fine for the Black Bay. That's all good. But the Rolex
Yeah.
I sold, I'll never find one like that again. That's the problem
No.
because it was a
Yeah.
vintage. See?
Yeah. But I imagine you could get something like this again, JCB. Like, it wouldn't break the bank like the 2254.
The market has moved, man.
Very
Oh,
expensive.
Yeah, you're looking
Okay.
about
Here in
about-
Australia, this watch is
Oh, wow.
expensive now, right? It's
Yeah,
almost double what it used to be.
Yeah, it's about
Okay.
double what it used to be. Yep. It's now, if I wanted to buy one, it would be double for what I sold it for. Nearly double.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's
So I sold it for just about 20. I sold it for 2,700 Aussie.
yeah.
I bought it for like 2,300 Aussie. Sold it for 2,700 Aussie. Now these are 4,500, around 4,500,
okay.
$5 grand.
So-
The market has fucking moved on these things.
To
Yeah.
put them in a perspective of where they sit, the Seamasters over here, you've got the ceramic bezel wave dial one.
Mhm.
Then you've probably got this one that's sort of on par with the coaxial Bond, and then after that you've got the Bond that's got the battery, and then everything else under that. So it's really jumped up because it's what everyone wants. Yeah.
Yes.
So it's really boosted it up now. This is the dial that we want.
Yeah, it's a cool dial. Cool set of indices.
It's a fucking great watch, man.
Yeah.
But it's
I
gonna
reckon
hurt to get another one.
I reckon that ID guy did a video called, saying he did some tweaks to this watch, going, man, Amiga, make an update of this watch. If they updated it, put on applied indices, shrunk the bezel size, the font down a little bit,
Never happened.
be pretty much perfect, man. But like,
It'll never happen.
they're just not gonna do it. So yeah, whatever. But
It'll
yeah,
never
Do
happen.
you think
we'll
if
see, man.
applied indices,
for that sort of money, like $5 grand, another couple of grand, and I can get a Speedy. So it's like,
Yeah,
I'll
exactly.
just
Yeah.
put the money into a Speedy. I think.
I'm not sure applied indices works in that shape of indices. Maybe it would, but I'm trying to imagine
It does, yeah, it does.
he
So
mo-
they
he
brought
mocked
out.
it up.
No. They brought out a dial, like a limited edition dial, which had applied indices on this watch,
Right?
and and it looks amazing. And
Okay.
what they did was they took that dial and they put it into the Planet Ocean. So the Planet Ocean, the first generation of Planet Ocean came
As
out,
the,
Yeah.
and it's got basically that dial applied indices on the
Okay.
dial, and it's stunning, man. It's so good. Have a look at the first edition, the first series Planet Ocean that came out, and that
Okay.
dial, it's it's stunning, man. It looks really, really good. It works. Like what people have done, they've actually modded their 2254s with that limited edition dial, and they've put it in with the applied indices. And what
Okay.
they've done is they've taken a Planet Ocean bezel and they've put the Planet Ocean bezel on it because it's got the thinner font, and they've made, which is basically like the perfect 2254, as a modded version. Yeah. It's
and what do you got in the background? You got a Lamy Safari, a Twisby, and what's the other one?
That's a Lamy Studio. That's actually that's this guy here, this pen here.
Yeah. I thought it was the Lamy 2000, but no. Really.
Yeah, Lamy Studio.
Sorry, pens. Anyway,
So, have we got any watches we regret buying? Ben, maybe for you the Speedy, but
Yeah, the Speedmaster probably came after the event, though.
yeah.
But
I regret buying one watch, but it wasn't buy to keep. It was buy to make profit on. I got it in a trade. I didn't really want it. It was a Glycine Combat Sub or some shit with an ETA 2824. But I got it like so cheap in the trade that I thought, yeah, no worries, I'll just put up for like $600. This fucking thing sat with me like I thought I was gonna die with this thing here still, yeah. Honestly, I was just about ready to give it away to the next bloke that walked past the house. Fucking mailman comes out here, you want to watch it? Take it, go.
What didn't you like about the Combat Sub? Because I had one for a little while. I
didn't buy it for me. I bought it to on-sell, yeah, to make money on. Like it was part of a trade.
Right.
So someone gave me, I gave them a watch. They gave me cash and the sub to make up the money, yeah.
Right.
It was part of a trade. Now, it wasn't one that I wanted to keep personally because I already had divers and shit like that, and I wasn't interested. It looks great. I just wasn't interested in it. It was at the time when I was still buying and selling heavily to get the Black Bay back and a few other things. But yeah, it just wouldn't sell. I don't know why. It looked great, and I thought it would be
I got a bit deep into the vintage Omega rabbit hole, and I started to buy loads of vintage Omegas, and
Frankenwatch.
yeah, I love it. I love vintage Omega, but I started to buy a few which I just did not wear. Chronostop, some vintage 30mm ones which I never wore. Didn't fit me. 1940s ones, and do I regret buying them? I sold them on, but at a loss. Yeah, so
yeah, I'd still love a solid gold beefy lugs, 34 or 30. I think some of them might be 36 mil. I'd love something like that.
Yeah, you know what would be the ultimate if you're going to get something like a vintage Omega, so like that. So if you get a 1950, like a mid 50s with the fat lugs, but a rose gold case.
Oh
because
yeah.
they only made a small percentage in rose gold. Yeah,
Isn't
Yes.
that usually 9-carat gold, isn't it?
yeah. But if you could get that, that would be because they're even though the gold content, like you're saying, isn't there, they're still the more sought after because of the rarity of it, and the rose gold really pops. Or in a constellation, so if you could get the 1954-ish around then constellation, they had indexes similar to like a Longines Conquest Heritage, yeah, that kind of a look.
Yes.
But the rose gold on them really pops. My friend's got
Yeah.
one. Oh, so good. When you look at it in the light, you do this with your wrist. Oh,
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah, they're gorgeous.
JTB, you were just about to share something. Did you want to?
Oh yeah, I was thinking, it's not really a regret,
It's a regret.
but probably kind of like I wanted to get a Batman or a Batgirl, but I couldn't get it, into the AD, and I just couldn't get the watch. And so I had money in the bank, and I thought, I just wanted to buy a Rolex. And it was at the time when I just bought into the hype and wanted to buy a
Yeah.
Rolex. So this watch came up, and I thought, I'll just buy it. It was a Datejust, smooth bezel on Oyster. I actually wanted the Jubilee one, but again, yeah, just being like buying into the hype and wanting to have a Rolex on my wrist and have a Rolex in the collection. I bought this one, but yeah, it bored the shit out of me. I sold it within 3 months or something like that.
Really?
You gotta be happy, eh?
Wow.
You gotta be
Yeah.
happy with what you
Yeah.
buy, or this happens.
I
Man,
never realized you had this watch. I never realized you had this watch.
Man, beautiful watch. It's actually a stunning watch. Actually,
It's beautiful.
Really,
It's
It's
beautiful.
gorgeous. It's
it's a-
beautiful.
really, really nice watch. Like Datejusts are they are way above OPs in terms of the finishing. I don't know why. Like OPs, they're so much more expensive, but this watch has got it's got the date, it's got the polishing. It's a really, really stunning watch on the wrist. It's like butter. Really, really nice watch. But yeah, it was just one of those things where I think I regret the fact that I got sucked into buying into the hype. It was like it's more the mental thing about that I fell into that trap of, for being a sheep. And
Yeah.
buying the hype, you know what I mean? But I made about $1,000 off this watch when I sold it.
Yeah.
So I actually don't regret.
That's a good business.
Patrick from
good
Pocket,
buy, but yeah.
Patrick from Pocket Watch Samson. It's so funny, JCB. That's what my video today's about. I don't want to regret it later. Yeah.
So the only thing about this watch, right, like your old Rolex, that it's sort of boring for me is the bezel, because when you see a fluted bezel
Fluted one,
in person, the shine you get off that is like nothing else.
Yeah.
If it had that, I don't think you would have been bored with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
Personally,
for me, it has to be a fluted bezel.
this is like a supermodel with no eyebrows.
Well, I don't know. I was at a mate's place last night, and he's got the Wimbledon with the Jubilee bracelet and a smooth bezel, and that really worked. Because
Some of them do.
the Jubilee bracelet
I agree.
with a little bit of a pop on the dial, and you don't need that extra bit. But this one, because it's so boring, like because it's
Flat toned,
it's just so flat, the whole thing.
Yeah.
But this one, you would need to have the fluted bezel for sure. Yeah.
This is one. Sorry, just if I don't know if you want to put it on camera or whatever.
Yeah,
this was
sure.
one. This was someone's. When I went to Watchmakers the other week, this is one that he had there. This is like a root beer color dial. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Nice. Tiger
Beautiful.
Chocolate
Like
dial.
I didn't see one of these before in
that's
person
nice.
till this. And this is the it's not a 36, it's the bigger size. I don't know what it is, 39,
41.
40, 41, whatever the
41.
fuck it is. But, I mean, this, I don't think you would have been bored, JCB.
Yeah. No, I
Better
think
on
so.
Jubilee though. I've handled that watch.
Agreed.
On a Jubilee two-tone chocolate dial. That
Agreed.
is one of the fucking most kick-ass watches that Rolex make. That very one that you were holding up on Jubes.
So nice. And yeah, Sands of Time, again, it's quite monochromatic. 100%. That's probably between that and the bezel and all that. You're like, yeah.
But you're paying, how much is that retail is for a two-tone Daytona or it's 15, 16
No idea.
maybe?
Yeah,
Yeah.
about that probably.
I think retail is something like that. To yeah, around the same.
Yeah, which would be around 24 Aussie maybe, 23,
Yeah,
24
for
Aussie.
us, it's around the 20 mark, 20, 21. Yeah, around there, depending on what it is. This would probably go for more. Something that has like a champagne dial, white dial, whatever, like that'd be less.
And hard
So,
to get.
Abdul, have you got any watches you regret buying?
I bought
You
so
bought
many.
you bought a lot, haven't you? You bought so many.
Yeah.
Whatever he regrets, his cousins like.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Like there are two types of regrets. Like GCB was just saying, he regretted the Datejust, but he made money out of it. Like I regretted buying hundreds of vintage watches, but I sold them all and I made
Not all of them.
profit at the end. So it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard
I
to
guess-
regret it when you make money off it. Like,
Yeah.
Sold, donated to family. Same.
Yeah, it's the same, but I regret not going for like you did, Tom. Like you consolidated and you got the brigade, right?
I was gonna say, are there any watches you wish you'd bought?
Yeah, I wish when I started it, I wanted to have one big watch, right? And then smaller ones. And I ended up being, how about getting smaller ones, but nice ones? Like I get the Datejust, I get the Black Bay, I get a Fortis for my diver, I get this, I get that. And I ended up having a much larger collection that I wanted when I could have just got the one. Like I started collecting with my best friend, and he went the other direction, right? He said like, okay, I'll start with the Daytona, and then a couple of years after that I'll save up. And then he got the AP, and then he saved up, he got he's like this, has 3 watches, and in this time he has 3 watches, I got like hundreds of watches, right? And that's my regret, that it didn't take the other route. Maybe I would have experienced less watches, but higher caliber ones. So that might be a regret.
Have your fun. Don't worry about it. That's, in all honesty.
Pocket Watch Sam says he thinks he regrets his Grand Seiko. He loves Grand Seiko, but he thinks he bought the wrong one.
I was just saying as well, like Sands of Time is a friend of mine, I know him, and he's a big GS guy, and we've had many conversations in the past. Same thing, where he's bought a watch, a GS, loves it, loves everything about it, and then it was like, oh, I don't know, for a GMT version of this, or I really like the dial on that one or whatever, and moved it on and realized, oh, maybe I should have kept it. And so look, we all have those kind of, it's part of the game, I guess. My biggest regret was getting into watches, I think, because we're all fucking
yeah.
You see, you're more likely to have that train. I'm interested to know which GS you bought now, but you're more likely to have that train of thought. Pocket watch time, but you're more likely to have that train of thought with Grand Seiko because they have so many SKUs. They have so many variants of those. You can get them mechanical, you can get them spring drive, you can get them 9F quartz, you can get them high speed mechanical, low speed mechanical, all sorts. And I can just see how that train of thought can manifest itself. It's the same a bit with Omega, lots of different watches, tons of variations, tons of different colors. And not so much with Rolex because they tend to stick very much to their lane,
what they do,
and what they do. But Grand Seiko, like my one is they call it the Sunray Silken Dial, and it's been around for a long time. It's cool. It's got more processes involved in it than the Snowflake. This is the 9F quartz version. It's co-branded Seiko Grand Seiko. In 2017, they got rid of the co-branding. They came out with a spring drive version. They came out with a second spring drive version that's slightly different to the first one. There's a high beat mechanical. There's just so many different versions of it. There's a GMT. There's just anything you can think of, really. So you can always keep saying to yourself, I wonder would I be better with that one? Would I sell this one, get that one? And at the end of the day, you're probably better off with the one that you have.
Just buy all of them, and that way you don't have to worry about it. You got one, you covered.
So it's saying there's an SBGY 009. Is that the Omuatari dial?
SBGY 009.
If it's the Omuatari, I think that's my favorite. He says he wishes it was automatic, wish he had a bracelet, and wish the dial put more.
It's a spring drive.
Hand-wound spring drive Omuatari.
That's a pretty one too.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. Yeah, look. Oh, it's a 44 GS case. I mean, it's a beautiful watch. I would say you could keep going around in circles on that train of thought. And I'm not telling you what. I'm not giving you advice. I hate giving people advice.
Oh shit!
Good to see you, Sateric.
Here's the take.
That might be the best watch that you can get. It's beautiful. It's really beautiful. Case back and everything is amazing.
One more regret I've got actually is not buying a Speedmaster when they were cheap. Like,
when you could have got one for like $4,000 or $5,000 or something.
Man, they're heading in that direction again. They're heading in that direction again.
Are they
going down?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I had the chance to buy the Schumacher Formula One special editions from the Speedmaster. The blue, yellow, and red.
Blue, yellow, and red.
They were 1,200 each, and I was thinking about making like I like Schumacher. I feel like a row of Formula One cars, and I was thinking, okay, I can buy these 3 watches instead of a Tudor, and I ended up buying the Tudor instead. But I would have really liked to have these 3 watches.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pocket Watch Sam says it's dial almost looks black, barely shows a charm in direct sunlight.
Wishes it had a bracelet. Well, as I said at the beginning of the show, the Grand Seiko bracelets.
It sounds like we all like. It sounds like we all like is what called me. Sorry, man.
No, but I look. Maybe it's a default of mine to try and make people happy, but or to try and convince people that they made the right look. Grand Seiko bracelets are problematic across the board, and the biggest problem for me is getting them to fit correctly. They do have a micro adjustment on the clasps now, which helps, but that watch on a leather strap, yeah. I can't tell you how to feel, but yeah, said enough.
Skylar Santana, he says, gentlemen, great show, enjoy the banter. Just want to say thank you so much for the recommendations of the watches. I actually did a show yesterday based off of those recommendations. Very good. Skylar, please drop the link to your channel.
Where's our fucking commission then? You did a show on what we said. Where's our money?
Please drop the link to your channel, Skylar. He says, keep up the great work and I hope you'll be able to join you on a show one day soon. Yeah, it'd be great to have you on, Skylar. If you can make it up early in the morning, we'd love to have you on. I'll email you and get in touch.
Yeah, it'd be great to meet anytime, brother.
Welcome anytime, mate, for sure.
And yeah, I think I've done that one, haven't I? Isto says he loves the urban bamboo, but it's $3,000 more than he's willing to pay for it. Yeah.
You gotta watch your red there as well.
Pull up Maison One's comment as well, Thomas. I agree with that one. I wish I'd been into watches and solvent when the Silver Snoopy 2 was being built.
I wish it was a little bit taller.
Yeah, Snoopy 2 is such a cool watch, man. I love that's the best Snoopy for sure.
You know, I regret. I remember now one of the watches I regret not buying. Maybe like 10 years ago, there was an auction house here in Germany where I was at, and they were selling like an old guy's stuff, including his watch collection, and he had a 2-tone AP37 Royal Oak with a dual date, you know, like the day and date. And
yeah. I know the one.
I
It's got the 2 subdials on it.
exactly the 2 ones.
Yeah.
Excellent condition, box and papers, and I betted until 3,200 euros, and the guy got it for 3,300, and I was like, it's okay. I wouldn't pay more than that for it. It's an old vintage watch, and I remember that so vividly. That the guy was like 3,3. He was like, hey, I was like, it's okay, let it slide.
Listen, before we all start to swing off the fucking rope over here, Thomas, do you want to go on to the next one? Because we're all getting these regrets and we're all going to be fucking jumping off bridges and...
Well, I mean, there's just...
You're the ones with the knives, like...
That was it, really. Just watch
What about the other ones on the list? Because we've got a list here, remember?
Well, the one you brought up, which was collecting philosophies. But that,
there was watches we wish we bought.
Yeah, they were going to do another show on those.
Oh, okay, cool. No, just because I saw that one and it was regrets, and I went, it's the list. Look. No, it's all right. It's all good. Sorry. I'll get back in the back seat. It's okay.
Back in your box, man.
I just want to...
You need an order of whiskey, timely.
Yeah. Tell me about it.
Just let me drop the link to Skylar Santana's channel, seeing as he's not doing it himself.
Cool name. It's rock and roll. Oh, 16,000 subs. Wow.
Yeah, I've just posted the link to the Scottish Watches latest video. I'm just watching that before the show. They always put out a great weekly video. I enjoy it a lot. Ricky and Dave. So it's well worth watching.
I'll drop off, gents.
Thanks for joining, Abdul.
See you, Abdul.
See you soon.
See you, brother.
See you, my man.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
So
that's Skylar Santana's channel. Check it out. He's Mr. Microbrand himself. He does a show every Friday, I believe, about 8 p.m. GMT, so that'll be about 3 p.m. Eastern Time, USA. And yeah.
I just want to ask Ben. So the moon quartz stuffed up the whole experience for you, did it?
Yeah.
But what about this great technological advancement in bioceramic?
That took me a second. Yeah. Look, like it's just, there's so much to the moon watch that I loved, right? You had the whole Buzz Aldrin thing, first watch ever on the moon, the whole history behind it. There was a brilliant article on one of the main, it was either Monica Fratello, maybe, I can't remember. There's 100 movies in which the Speedmaster Professional features. It has this massive history behind it. And yet they had to go and cheapen the whole thing by making millions and millions of plastic, call them whatever you want, plastic watches, and getting them out into the masses. And it actually reveals a level of snobbery that I didn't realize that I had. But if you're paying, let's fucking face it, right? I'm going to be completely honest here. If you're paying 5,000 or 6,000 quid for a watch, you want there to be some level of exclusivity with that. And they just completely cheapened the whole brand. The whole brand. They're in with Swatch, and I just think the decision making behind that was so short-term thinking. But look, that's why they'll never be Rolex. They will never have the gravitas of Rolex because they do shit like that.
And what's his name? Santa Time, if he's still here, he will attest to this. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was saying the same shit when it came out, and I know JCB's got one. My mate Peter has one. A few other people I know have one. I cannot fucking stand them for the exact same reasons. I'm glad there's one other person on this planet that I have the same, because everyone else says to me, "Oh, but you know what? It's going to get all these people in as an entry level thing to get them into the," and I get that.
Yeah.
But you fucked up an icon.
You fucked, yeah. And look, I have nothing against anybody who bought them. God, like
No, not against the people. Against
no, it's just the whole concept of it.
The company deciding that making, a cheap, quick buck was more important than. And I don't look. They're here to make money. I get it, right? But
did you see the videos? I had a YouTube channel at one point, Timely, and I made it was the backing track was Fake Plastic Trees by Radiohead, right? And do you remember at the time the fucking mayhem outside the Swatch stores in London? People were tripping each other over and fighting over these things.
Mental, isn't it?
Oh my God. Like, we're supposed to be a civilized society, and this
we're not.
level of watchmaking and the beautiful watchmaking, the beautiful movement, the 3861, 1861, 861, 321, whatever it fucking is, column wheel chronographs, is supposed to be the epitome of civility and refinement and, the higher. I know I'm coming across an absolute snob here. The finer things in life. And they, to make a quick buck, reduced it to the fucking bottom of the barrel, lowest common denominator.
But not just that.
Rant over.
It's supposed to be celebrating one of the human's greatest fucking achievements, right?
Yeah.
And we've celebrated that by not even putting a proper Hesselite crystal on the fucker either, where if you get a scratch, you can polish the shit out. It's a plastic crystal, but it's not I can use Polywatch to get the scratches out. I don't think either. Like it's.
Yeah.
Come on, man. There's guys, if you watch some videos, I've seen a couple of guys, they do like modding to these things and they start mishmashing them with Speedmaster cases and all this kind of shit.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny what they can come up with, but
bro.
And then what about the Neptune, the blue? You had toilet water blue on your wrist when you were sweating because the blue was transferring onto your wrist.
Okay. No, I didn't. I saw pushers being broken off. All right.
So the blue from the Neptune, it's very, very blue, like azzurri blue, like like my watch press kind of blue almost, yeah.
Color would come off onto your skin, which was pretty messed up.
It'll transfer onto you.
So Pocket Watch Time says he thinks the Moonsuch was an amazing concept and great product. They just spun it too much, stole its charm. MB&F is close to this with the new Mad editions.
What do
we think to brands that are doing spin-offs? I mean, there's Corona Tokyo, there's Gronfeld did it with the Grown watches, there's Mad editions coming from MB&F, there's quite a few different brands, high-end brands making accessible watches. I like it. I think it's good to, where brands can make accessible watches rather than.
They've already done that with the Speedmaster. There's the Speedy Reduced, the Speedy Triple Date, the Speedy fucking this, the Speedy that. Yeah, they've already made a cheaper version of that watch already. If you wanted to, you could get. So you got Ben's one, right, where it's the 12, 9, and 6. Right, I think you've got the subdials, and then there's the other one where you've got the 2 at 3 and 9 or whatever.
Yeah.
So they already have that shit. It's already been done. They don't have to make plastic. Hang on, just 1 sec. Sorry.
Yeah, and like they took a really good move, like similar to what Rolex did with Tudor. Like they took the 7750, off the shelf, good movement off the shelf, but it cheapens the production, it cheapens the RRP. But still a great watch.
But
Yeah.
so we'll take the Grown. Yeah, the Grown was designed to bring people into the whole, I guess, concept idea of the next generation of people that might be able to spend money on a true Groenfeld later on. I've got no problem with it. It's cool, and it looks like a sexy piece too, right? To some degree, it's not made out of plastic.
No,
Cheap plastic.
no, they're incomparable. Like the whole Mad Watch that Booster did and the Grown, for example, that's not comparable at all to what Omega did and Swatch did with the Moon Swatch. That was massively mass produced shite.
And to this point, I don't mind the accessible watch brands have been making it right. I agree with this, but understand what we're trying to say here as well. I don't mind accessible watch brands either. I've got no problem with that, right? It's making them so like cheap and nasty is what I'm trying to say to a point. And I get like I've got a man on the panel that owns one of them.
Like it's so expensive. It felt like a plastic toy, it'd break if you weren't careful. But what do you think? You've got one. What do you think to it?
I really like it because it's cheap and nasty.
Yeah,
I actually like because it's light. I throw it on. I don't care about it. It actually looks really cool. All that sort of stuff. Like I actually really enjoy the watch. I just really like.
You know why it looks cool though, yeah? Because it's based on a fucking Speedy, man. Speedies look cool.
Exactly. That's the whole point. Like it's giving. It's a super cheap Speedmaster that anyone can buy, basically, right? This is getting to my point about before. Like the Speedmaster now in Australia, Timely, the Sapphire Sandwich, the list price is $14,350. $14,350. Right? That's
I totally understand.
No one can afford that. I'm not saying go and buy a Moon Swatch, but like your average watch person wants something that looks cool. Okay, go and spend a couple $100 on a Moon Swatch.
Yeah.
I get the fact that it's cheap and plastic and nasty, and it devalues the brand. I get what you guys are saying, and that's your opinions, and you're totally cool. I just like the watch. I just think it's a cool watch for me. That's all.
Can you battery change them? I don't know.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. You can battery change. Yeah. Just like any other Swatch watch. Yeah. Look, it's fun. It's fun. That's what it is. And I think to your point, Tom, about brands that are bringing out, cheaper, offshoots. Accessible. That's what it is, man. It's about innovating. It's about bringing new products to market that more people can get. And I'm with you. I'm totally down.
Look,
with it. Like
I'm very aware, as Timely alluded to earlier, because being part of, I've taken a lot of shit for this opinion. Like I think myself and Timely are kind of islands floating in a like. It's not a popular opinion. I get that, but I've had it since it came out. Yeah.
Just want to say a quick out to Kodak Chronos. He says the queue Covent Garden wasn't too big for the Moon Swatch. Quick hello to Underachieving Watch Collector. And it's text replying, I do think it's a good way to test the wearability of the Speedy for the Moon Swatch.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I guess
what's a better way?
I guess it's prosthetics for the look of it.
The better way to test the
but not for the weight. Not for the weight. Go to the AD and try it on. Yeah. Go to the AD and try it on.
Yeah, totally.
My main thing is this, right? And again, it's with islands floating in a murky bath of shit here, Ben, you and I, but to take a watch that part of this hobby signifies humanity's one of our greatest achievements, and to just cheaply convert it into something to make a buck out of plastic. That's my problem with it, right? You don't hear me talking about the Blancpain 50 fathoms fucking plastic bullshit. I don't care. I got no care for that watch whatsoever. But this one,
the same. Yeah.
It's not the same thing.
It's not
You
the
want to make
same
a plastic version of that? Help yourself. This is different though.
The Speedmaster Professional is arguably, and I say that arguably, the most iconic watch in the world. Arguably,
yeah.
And
it's
JCB,
already...
your dad's wearing it to work in the garden.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, I was Well, I was at a mate's place last night, and we had our watches out, and this is his Speedy, and man, this is a 1861 Hesalite, so it's the previous model, and man, it just, you know, when you put on a watch and it feels like it was meant to be on your wrist. That's what this. Man,
I don't like the bracelet. I don't like the bracelet on the 1861.
I don't like it either, Tom. Yeah, I don't. But man, for like certain watches fit certain people's wrists, like, and you know what I mean. Like the Speedy, they've just made it like so.
Is that your wrist, JCB?
That's me. Yeah, this was taken last night. I took this photo last night. Yeah, so
it really looks amazing. But like Forstner do a great job on doing kind of retro inspired, tapered bracelets. I'd have no hesitation.
This is some photo. Oh, this is the one I was looking for. So the other friend that was there, he had this. So this is the new white dial one, with the white white dial with that bracelet. Tom, this is the newer bracelet. So this is Sapphire Sandwich.
The tapering bracelet. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Mate of mine's got one of those as well.
Beautiful. Yeah, the white dial is gorgeous. It is. There's
beautiful.
No doubt about it.
Beautiful. Gorgeous.
So when I bought my Breitling because back in the day, I didn't want to have a watch that everyone had. I didn't want a Speedy. I didn't want an Icon. I wanted something different, and it's been really great. But I think I said to you guys before, like my relationship with icons has kind of changed over the years. Like I get why icons are why they're iconic is because they're so fucking good, right? Like they're designed really well. They look great. They fit, they've over the last 50, 60 years, they've tweaked them and they've got them just to such a good level that, I've really come around to some of the real big icons like the Speedy, the Submariner, those sort of watches. I really understand now why they're so popular. And it's just kind of, it's this catch-22. It's a catch-22, right? It's such a cool watch, but you don't want it because everyone else has got it. It's so fucking good. So what do you get? You have to go and get something different.
Just follow on with some more questions about the Speedy. Chronos says the 2022 11 versions, 2023 11 versions, 2024 7 versions, 2025 3 versions. That Swatches showing signs of running out of steam, do you think?
Yeah, I think that's a great comment. I didn't know that, and I think that's a really interesting comment, talking point.
Yeah, good comment, Kodak. Yeah, are they running out of steam? Or, they're still queuing up. I believe when they do these one-day limited editions that only sell for 1 day only, there's still queues outside the shop. But they're having to resort to 1 day only, aren't they?
Yeah. It's like sales tactic 101, limited editions, stir up the FOMO, do whatever you can to to squeeze this as much as you can out of this cash cow. It's such short-term thinking. And if that's the trend and the thing is slowing down and maybe the demand starts to slow down.
I've still found at airports and things like that, you can't buy the latest. I was at Geneva Airport, but it was a Watches and Wonders. There'll be loads of watch geeks flying back home. And when I came back, the new 965 one wasn't available. But they'll be out of stock because loads of watch geeks as well.
So you got I don't want to type because it's going to take forever and I couldn't be fucked. I'll be honest with you. But Maison, she's saying,
yeah, Mason wants asking, what do we think? What do we think about the plastic 50 fathom scuba?
and I said I don't think about it at all, to be honest. And then she said,
he has a real 50 fathoms, and he doesn't think it's been
I don't know,
diminished.
it's the girl in the picture there anyway.
He doesn't think it's been diminished by the plastic one.
Okay. Yeah, I guess they are comparable.
The thing with me is this. I
Fair
really
enough.
don't give a shit about the 50 fathoms, right? If they want to make a plastic one. It doesn't bother me. What bothers me is the Speedmaster. I don't care about the 50 fathoms whatsoever. If they want to make a fucking pink one with purple polka dots, I really don't give a shit. And I know, the 50 fathoms, the first iconic looking dive watch and blah, blah, blah. I get it. Ah, hey, cool. No worries. Fantastic. I get all that, right? I don't really care. Well, I don't know. Gender neutral. I don't know.
Sounds like a lot.
I don't really care about it, right? Because I get it's an iconic dive watch, whatever. But this Speedmaster, the original Speedmaster, in a way, to us watch nerds, is celebrating one of humanity's greatest achievements, and they cheapened it. 50 fathoms. Good luck to it. I really don't give two shits either way. Even as far as dive watches go, and I get the 50 fathoms is a beautiful watch, but when you think about it in the grand scheme of like icons and all this kind of stuff, people are going to say the most iconic sub is a Rolex before they say the 50 fathoms, even though it probably came from the 50 fathoms. And I totally get the argument. That's not what people are going to say. So to be honest, I really don't give a shit about it.
Rolex as a brand has crossed over from the watch enthusiast into the mainstream, right? Very few watches cross from the watch enthusiast space into the mainstream. The one other watch that probably has is the Speedmaster, as evidenced by the amount of people queuing up for the plastic Speedmaster. Has the plastic 50 fathoms has the same effect? I don't think the 50 fathoms, a great watch and competes with the Submariner for the first ever diver. It's not quite crossed into the mainstream and so much as the Speedmaster has. It's not thought of in the same way.
So it says the plastic 50 fathoms is a unique conundrum. Oh, it's automatic. Yikes, $400. Still throwaway watch. So, I mean, the fact that it's automatic, not battery powered, does that make a difference? Kodrag says, they did one-day releases for the Moonshine editions, and he queued up for 10 hours for the latest Snoopy Blue Moon face. Shut up, Kodrag. You didn't queue up for 10 hours.
10 hours. Get out.
You're lying. Get out of town.
Yeah, but I think, the Speedy is kind of like, it's so iconic that if they bring out a plastic version, people will go and buy it. Whereas the Blank Pan, not many people know about this watch. Like regular folk, they don't even know what a Blank Pan 50 fathoms is. Like only we know what this watch is, really.
Yeah.
Whereas do you know what I mean? It's a whole different proposition in terms of crossing over into the masses. They just don't know what this watch is.
Yeah, I agree.
How much are these things, right? So 655 Australian.
Yeah.
For 655 Aussie, I can get myself a vintage Omega or Tissa.
Yeah.
And be a lot more fucking happy with that than this.
Yeah. But for the kids, this is fashionable, coloured style. You know,
I'm going to spend $655 for my kids to have a fucking plastic watch.
No, I mean the kids themselves. When I say kids, I mean 20-year-olds. 20-year-olds. You know, I mean.
I'm with you.
And this is Swatch. Don't forget, like this is these are being sold in the Swatch store. It's not in the Blank Pan. It's not. They're not appealing to watch collectors. They're not appealing to us guys who are going to go and buy a vintage Omega. It's like it's the people who are going to otherwise buy a Daniel Wellington or a Apple Watch or something like that. That's the kind of the folk that they're trying to appeal to here. Which, I kind of feel like hats off to them, really. Like Swatch trying to tap into, bring people that are buying Swatch watches and other shit into the horology, into the brands that are, you know, it's a pretty genius move, really.
Do you
It's
think
like
though?
it's putting
So,
blame
just
in front of these people. You know, they don't know about this.
Yeah, they don't know about it. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Patrick is saying that he actually did queue for 10 hours. He streamed it on Tim Banks stream. Wow.
Yeah, I think it's
10 hours.
The board of directors of
pretty nuanced
Omega,
joke.
when Swatch came along and said, "Guess what, guys? We're going to be making a plastic version of your Moonwatch." Do you really think Omega were happy about that? You
I
really
was just going to
think
say,
Omega said, "Yeah, let's fucking do it," or do you think they just gone, oh,
No,
and you
what's
guys own us?
what's the guy's name? Is it Eichelman? Is the CEO of Omega?
Mm.
I'd say I'd say the seat fell out of his pants when he heard that.
And there's
And
nothing
say-
you can do because they own you.
Yeah,
Isn't he now the CEO of Breguet? The fellow
No,
with the Moon Swatch.
I don't know, man. Because after the Moon Swatch came out, Speedy sales went through the fucking roof, didn't they?
Yeah, they went up
Yeah, they did.
50%. Yeah, they did.
So-
Is that time
I
fight?
I reckon
On
it
that
was a
time
market.
fight.
Fucking come on, man. It's business. They're business guys.
No, I get what you're saying, but what I'm saying is,
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
the Moon Swatch hasn't happened yet. It's a concept. It's an idea. Do you really think when they came to the board of Omega and said, "We're going to make a fucking plastic watch of your iconic bestseller," do you think they went, "Oh, that's going to be good for us," or do you think they went, "Oh,
Yeah,
fuck"?
no, because it would have been like, yeah, it's going to drive people into Omega. That's
I
why
don't
they
think they
did.
would have. I reckon they would have gone, "Oh, fuck," but you own me, so just do it.
Nah,
And it worked out. And it worked out in their benefit. But I don't
they're
think
pretty
that's how it
smart
went down.
business dudes, man. These guys are pretty smart business dudes. I reckon they would have known. They would have
100%.
actually. I wouldn't be surprised if it was a fucking move from Omega themselves.
well, maybe,
Yeah.
but like, you can't deny what you're saying, JCB. From a business viewpoint, it was brilliant. No doubt about that. Like, but it's like, I don't know what it is. It's just the cheapest business decision you can make. Like, it becomes all about business then. And I know, look,
Yeah.
maybe I'm being naive, but like, I can tell you something for nothing, right? The quartz watch chronographs before the Moon Swatch came out had the same layout. So those subdials were like north of the equator on that dial.
Yep.
It doesn't look like the subdials on a real Speedy. They
Correct.
gerrymandered this plastic Speedy into an existing Swatch watch. They
Yeah,
did
totally.
it as cheaply as possible.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
probably was a
Totally,
brilliant
yeah.
business. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I get it. Yeah, no, totally. Yeah. That's the one thing that I actually don't like about the watch is the subdial layout. But
yeah.
no, I get it.
It was a pre-existing template, Swatch template.
Yeah,
I think
no,
I think as a battery powered watch, it's got longevity, you know, because it is battery powered. Kodrak's got a good question here. The only problem with the 50 fathoms is non-serviceable System 51 movement.
Okay.
Now,
that's interesting.
do you
Not
think that the
serviceable.
50 fathom, the Scuba 50 fathoms on screen,
Is it because you
Has-
can't open it?
I think it's because it's plastic parts.
Yeah,
So
but hang on a minute. What I'm saying is it because it's non-accessible, or is it accessible and it's just movements of plastic parts?
I don't think anybody services them. I think they're thrown.
No. Yeah.
I
hang
don't
on.
actually know. I couldn't tell you time now. I couldn't tell you whether
Okay,
you can
the
open
point
it
I'm
or
trying to
not.
make is this. If
I
you
don't know
can't
anybody with a
open them-
System 51, one of the normal System 51s that's had it serviced.
No, but
I-
anyway.
I-
I think you just replaced the whole movement, right?
Yeah, but if you can't open them, then it's non-accessible. You're gonna fuck up the case to get to it. You can't service.
yeah,
But-
you are.
any-
I believe.
Any movement can be serviced, right? Even those old pin liver escapement watches where there's no jewels, there's nothing. I've serviced them. Any caliber can be serviced to some degree, right? You might not pull everything apart, but it can be cleaned and it can be oiled and it can be regulated to some degree and serviced. It's can you get into the case to do that, or is it just one big sealed unit where you can't do it and you just have to throw the fucking thing in the bin? Because you
I'm not
can service any movement. If there's moving parts, they can be serviced.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that.
If they can be open.
Yeah, they can't fix them. Okay, cool. They can't fix them. It's if you can open it, it's permanently sealed. That's why. That's why they're a non-serviceable movement, because you can't get into them.
Okay.
See? If you can get into them, though, you can service these things. They can be done. It's just the case won't allow it.
I'll tell Knights they will offer a small discount on a replacement.
Yeah, it'd be funny if there is a way that you could get in through the front and front load the thing.
No, I think it's a throwaway watch timely, basically.
I'm not trying to prolong their fucking life, to be honest. I really don't care. If they all stop working today and we don't have plastic watches like this, I'd be happy. But
how long would the movement last for? Do you reckon? Like 10 years? Would they want to get out of it?
It depends on how well it's been put together, I guess. But I mean, I know watches that have gone 15 years without service, and they run fine.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking with this. Will probably like 10, 15, and that was it. You throw it away. You replace the movement or something.
Yeah.
No, you just throw it away and go buy another watch.
Yeah, get a new one. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what she said.
You get a squally.
Yeah. Anyway, I think we rounded off that discussion, really, haven't we? I mean, yeah.
Heated.
We went into the
very heated. Very heated. The Kodak reckons they'll last about 10 to 20 years.
Yeah.
So.
Makes
they're
sense.
not BPA free. They're no good for you.
Yeah, I just want to share a link to Watches with Dennis live stream coming up in a couple of hours now. He always does a good live stream. But thanks everyone for joining us. If you enjoy what we do, give us a thumbs up, guys. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Yeah, that's another thing. We reached another milestone. We passed 600 subscribers, which is great stuff. So thank you everyone for subscribing. If you're not subscribed, please be another one's add your name to the numbers. Yeah, so if you like what we do, give us a thumbs up, guys, and hopefully we'll see you in the next one. Take care, everyone.
See you, fellas.
Ciao, ciao.
Thanks.